Robert, we're ready whenever you are. Yep, that'll work. That's going to be nice. Because we pay as captains.
I know, and it's not the intent of it, but so there's got to be a way around it.
Hey. Good evening, everybody. It is Dave McKenzie along with my partner Scott Hudson. We are back home in Carterville. It is homecoming, Scott Hudson, and this is what you would call a big game.
Well, you call it a must-win, a pivotal game. Call it any cliche you want, but this is a very big game for the Carterville Lions. 1-3 on the season, which ironically is the same place they Lions have gone from penalties costing them big time to turnovers last week at DuQuoin. But I think everybody we've talked to, Dave, and I know you'd agree, I've talked to different fans, I've talked to the coaching staff. Everybody feels like this Carterville team's better than the record, but now it's time for the players to go out and prove it.
All you need to do is look back or think back to 1 year ago tonight when AJ was at home. I believe it was actually their homecoming, if I remember correct. And Carterville traveled down. And Jimmy and I, on the drive down, he turned to me and he looked at me and he said, "This is the first playoff game for the Lions." And it really turned out to be, because they wound up going on a five game run and set the tone for the rest of the year. 6 games is the magical number you got to get to, 6 wins to get into the playoffs. Now, you obviously can get in with 5 wins, but then you have to hope you got enough playoff points. And you look at some of the opponents the Lions have played this year and the ones coming up, playoff points are going to be pretty scarce. So you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're buying a rabbit's foot and 4-leaf clovers and crossing your fingers and toes on selection night. So this is where the Carterville Lions, I think, really need to impose their will on another team. We know they've got the talent. They've beat themselves in some of their losses, but they've just got to come out and play fundamentally sound football from the start to the finish. Last year, Carterville had the lead until 5:32 left in the game, and that's when AJ scored, and they put the game at 25-21. Then Carterville got the ball back, wound up turning it over on possessions. AJ gets the football, and with 3:19 left, there was a fumble and a return by Blake Hicks for the touchdown. And with 3:19 left in the game, Carterville was up 27-25. They hold on to beat AJ, and it was a hard-fought, physical football game. It was just a great conference football game. And it really did. It turned the season for the Carterville Lions, and and the same thing is possible here tonight for the Lions. Anytime you play a Brett Dietering coach team, it's going to be physical. It's going to be smash mouth. You better come ready to play, otherwise you're going to be on your keister most of the night. This is a big game for Anna-Jonesboro as well. Even though they're 4-0, some people might question their schedule at this point. How tough has it been? No, it hasn't been as tough as Carterville's, but they are 4-0. So this is kind of a litmus test for them also to find out how good they really are. And I'm sure they're looking at Carterville saying, look,
I'm sure Deering told his kids all week, they're 1-3 in the paper, and that's what their record says, but they're better than that, and we better come to play or Carterville will take it to us.
Couple of changes in the Lions lineup this evening that we didn't see. Sophomore quarterback Harley Vaughn will not be playing tonight. Also, James Gunn, big number 77, nose tackle, will not be playing as well. We did see Drew Moore standing down on the sideline when we were down there a little bit earlier. It was nice to see him out. He's not dressing, and wish we could get him back. But Carterville does have Marcus Lasdinas back in the backfield. So you've got the triple play in the backfield with Lasdinas, Brock Tuttle, and Max Gray in that backfield.
Well, one advantage Carterville has in this game, Dave, over AJ is the fact that AJ hasn't been able to game plan for Miller at quarterback. They haven't been able to game plan for Lasdinas, who's only played a handful of plays against Murfreesboro. So AJ really doesn't know what to expect from Carterville offensively. Defensively, I think this year Carterville's defense has been asked to do a lot, and sometimes too much. The offense has got to take on their responsibility. They've got to score some points, have those long, sustained drives that end in points, and keep their defense fresh for the second half.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. The Bank of Carbondale offers a variety of business and personal banking services, including checking accounts, online banking, and mobile banking. For more information, stop by the Carterville Banking Center or visit their website at tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Wednesday night, I came out and had an opportunity to talk to head coach Dennis Drest after practice. And coming up right after the break, we're going to hear from the head coach of your Carterville Lions. You're listening to Carterville Lions football on News Radio WJPF. That interview is about 5 minutes, Robert. So we'll take it as soon as it's done. So like 60 or 90, whatever we need to do here. Let's do 60 here, the interview, and then bring it straight to us. Thanks for the fan, dude. Yeah.
Stay close early. AJ similar to the point where they got two really good running backs in the tournament. How do you control them? Well, quarterback's pretty good too. I think he's been through wants to win. And we're getting closer. I mean, the goal is to win a conference. We still got a shot, but like last year, we lost to week 4. We got to share with the crowd. So 4-4 makes it tough. We're still in the playoff run. We still got hopes for the season, but it's a long road left to go. So we'll go up to this past week. We're pretty confident. I think we're going to play well. I think we're playing a nice game for Anna, and been successful against them in the past. Hopefully that carries over into tonight's game. Good luck tonight.
There you go, Coach Dennis Drust. A little bit earlier this week, Scott, and there was a couple of key things about that he mentioned in there that I absolutely loved. Number one, for 35 years, things haven't changed. You know, technology's better for football. The equipment's a little bit better, but when it comes to football, you got to catch the ball, you got to run the ball, and you got to tackle.
Got to execute. I mean, that's the bottom line.
What it is.
You have to execute. And the Lions have not executed in their 3 losses this year, and it's caught up with them. You know, there are times where you can make mistakes against an inferior team and win. But when you make those mistakes against teams like Murfreesboro, DuQuoin, and Heron, they're going to come back and bite you. And I think it's one thing that the Lions did a much better job of last week was cutting down the mental mistakes as far as penalties. But you mentioned earlier about the turnovers. Now the Lions have
4 turnovers.
4 turnovers, and the other thing is Carterville needs to play with a lead. The last 2 weeks they have found themselves buried by
Early.
3 touchdowns early in the game, and they've come back in both of those. But that takes up so much energy that maybe you don't have enough left in the fourth quarter. So I think it's almost imperative that the Lions play with a lead tonight and force this AJ team, who has only thrown the ball 20 times this year, to do something they obviously don't like to do.
They are a running team. There is no doubt about what their offense is. They will get out and run, and that's exactly what their intention is as the Carterville Lions make their way on homecoming night. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about that Coach Dennis Drust, he mentioned was not being distracted, being focused. And it's easy to become distracted on homecoming night. There's so many festivities and activities going on. They had their pep rally this morning. They got out early. We had the parade this afternoon. I drove a convertible, and I'm sunburned on my forehead. But Anna-Jonesboro comes onto the field right now. But just making sure, and he said in the interview, Carterville teams have done very well on homecoming night. And really, there's the expectation they're going to do well tonight.
Well, you have to remember these are young high school kids, and I know we're old enough that we probably can't remember our high school days. But these kids, there's a lot of distractions with homecoming weekend, and I think Coach Drust has probably told these kids, look, focus, give me 4 quarters of football, and you've got the rest of the night after the game's over and Saturday and Sunday to worry about anything else. Just give me 4 quarters of good football tonight.
We're going to take another break. They're going to play the national anthem, and when we come back, we're going to have the kickoff. It is the 4-0 Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats visiting your 1-3 Carterville Lions. You're listening to Lions football on NewsRadio WJPF. Keep it until I tell you to bring it back. Just one more. Okay, we're ready after this one. Welcome back to Carterville High School. My name is Dave McKenzie. My partner's name is Mr. Scott Hudson, and that was a rousing rendition of the national anthem by the Carterville High School chorus. Of course, it's homecoming night tonight. We can expect an extended halftime period. How does that affect a ball team, both home team and visiting team, when you have an extra long period like that?
Well, I think I can only speak for Carterville. They're used to extended times in the dressing room this year, so it's probably not going to affect them at all because of the Murfreesboro game and, of course, having to make the 2 trips to DuQuoin last week. But I think it really depends on if you're ahead or you're behind. If you're ahead and you got the momentum, you really don't want to stay in there very long. You want to come out and keep that momentum going. If you're behind, it gives you more time for your coaching staff to prepare you for the second half.
So we're just a couple of minutes away from kickoff, and both teams are out on the field. The officials are standing on the C at the 50 this evening. And tonight, we talk about the Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats. They are a running team. There is no doubt what their offense is. As you said just a few minutes ago, they've thrown the ball very, very rare this season.
Yeah, they've completed less than 50% of their passes, 7 of 20 on the season. But you look at their running game, that's their bread and butter. Quarterback Bryce Osman and running backs Dylan Fox and Jace Turner. All three of those are averaging almost 6 yards per carry. So they're a three-headed monster in that backfield. And, of course, they're not a super big team. They're not real deep as far as numbers, but they're very good. And like I said earlier, I think this is kind of a litmus test for AJ as well, because even though they're 4-0, they haven't played the schedule that Carterville's played to this point. And if they could come here and run Carterville's homecoming, then that would make that 4-0, which would then be 5-0 record, legit.
It looks as though Carterville is going to receive to start off the ball game this evening. We appreciate you tuning in and listening here on News Radio WJPF, WJPF.com. And don't forget, you can go and watch the game and catch the live stream. The video and the radio is all together. If you go to YouTube and just type in Carterville Lions versus AJ Wildcats, Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats, you'll be able to find us there. Tune in. You can watch and listen to the game. And we want to thank all our sponsors this evening here for participating with us at News Radio WJPF and Carterville Lions football. Carterville Lions are back deep. It looks like that is going to be Marcus Lasdinas on the near side for the Lions, and the Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats are teeing it up, and they are ready to go. Big game for your Carterville Lions. Must win. Playoff action for the Lions to start the play here this evening as the kickoff goes out to about the 13-yard line, and it's brought back to about the 24-yard line, and that is where the Lions are going to start, 1st and 10 here in the first quarter.
Well, let's see what kind of changes, if any at all, Dennis Struss does to his offense. Of course, Harley Vaughn not playing tonight. Darian Miller steps in from wide receiver to quarterback. Of course, Darian Miller is a very good athlete, so it's probably not going to be that big a transition for him going from wide out to the signal caller.
Darian Miller is an extremely athletic man, young man. He can operate very well as he comes to the line of scrimmage. He's going to work from the shotgun. That's how the Lions like to work. 3 receivers to the right. The snap is low. Darian picks it up, and he's brought down in the backfield. Now, that is something that plagued the Lions late in the game last week and contributed to the turnovers they had.
Yeah, a low snap. It looked like Darian may have been looking up to see if he was going to hand off or run the ball before the ball got there. So, you can't do anything. You can't make a play without the ball. So Carterville in a big hole here early in the game.
That was a loss of 6 for the Lions. 3 receivers to the right, 1 in the slot. Miller takes it, rolls to his right, dumps it off to the near side, and that was Luke Ford with the reception. He gets out to the 20, so back to just a little bit short of the original line of scrimmage, 3rd down for the Lions.
Jake Gillis, a 6'1 senior linebacker for AJ, came over and made the stop on the near sideline.
Just a gain of 2 for the Lions, 3rd and 14. The ball rests at the 19-yard line. Carterville spreads out the offense. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, and now you have Marcus Lasdinas in motion. Miller keeps it. He gets out across the 27 to about the 28-yard line, but that's not going to be enough for a first down.
No, but it was a nice-looking play. They had Lesdinas going in motion to the far sideline, and anytime you've got him in motion, the defense has got to be aware of where he's at, and that might open up things in the middle for the running game.
So the Lions are forced to punt after their first possession here in the first quarter. 10:26 on the clock, no score. It's Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson. And the Lions are back in punt formation and back deep for the Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats. 2 receivers deep. The ball hits at the 45, takes a bounce, and Carterville gets a good roll as it's going to roll inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line, and that is where AJ will start their first possession with 9:59 left here in the first quarter. They're going to start at the 23-yard line.
Defense will be tested early, especially the interior defense. AJ loves to run the ball between the tackles, so the linebackers and the 2 defensive tackles for Carterville will be asked to do a lot tonight.
Bryce Osmond, the 6'2 junior, he's the man that triggers the offense for the Wildcats. And he has in the backfield, that is Jace Turner behind him. 1 receiver to the left. They run the sprint, the option man, and it's Jace Turner with the ball out across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And that's a pretty good gain for AJ on their first play.
About 8-9 yards.
It's going to be short of a first down as they mark it at the 32-yard line. 2nd and 1 for AJ from the 32. Bryce Osmond again works from the shotgun, brings 1 receiver to the near side, and that is Jade Gillis. He's the one guy that they go to if they do have to throw, but Osmond's going to keep it. He's out near the 40-yard line, brought down about the 39, and that's enough for an AJ first down.
Yeah, good deception with the ball by Osmond. Fake to the fullback and just cut it out between the guard and the tackle on the near side, and got about 5 yards, and AJ on the move on their first drive of the game.
That was a gain of 7 by the quarterback, Bryce Osmond for Anna-Jonesboro. 1st and 10, 9:10 left here in the opening quarter. As Osmond works from under center, gives it to the in-motion man, Caleb Clover. He's wrapped up by a host of Carterville Lions and brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Nice defensive play for the Lions.
Well, a big defensive play by one of the Lion defensive backs who came up. The running back was stood up near the line of scrimmage, and then one of the safeties, and I can't read his number, he came in and just leveled a pop that Ronnie Lott would have been proud of.
Yes, he would have. So it's 2nd and 11, a loss of 1 on that play from the 38. Osmond is under center, and that was the give to Jace Turner. And a short gain for Anna.
Yeah, Tuttle in on the tackle. Good series so far for the Lions defense. This is where they want Anna-Jonesboro to be all night long. 3rd and long. Make them have to throw the ball, which is something they don't do very well.
And Carterville defends the pass very well. They did very well against DuQuoin last week,
Yep.
So this is exactly where the Lions defense is. Osmond under center, 2 receivers to the left, but it's the option to Caleb Clover, and he's off the right side. He's fighting, but he's going to be short of a first down, about 2 yards, and that is a huge defensive play for your Carterville Lions.
Yeah, they stopped him just short. It'll be interesting to see if AJ goes for this, because they're near midfield. They're on their own 48-yard line, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
It's 4th and 2 is what it says, but actually it's about a yard and a half short. So a big defensive play. It's 4th down for Anna-Jonesboro. Short, 4th and short, as they put a man in motion. I think they were just going to try to get the Lions to jump, and now Anna-Jonesboro calls timeout, and that's exactly what they were going to do. We're going to take a break as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Lions Football on News Radio WJPF. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Ike family of dealerships. Ike Honda and Ike Volkswagen of Marion, proud supporters of Carterville Lions sports. My name is Dave McKenzie. My partner is Scott Hudson. Amy on the camera tonight on our YouTube feed. Thank you so much for joining us where the Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats just tried to get the Lions to jump on a 4th down and 2 from the 47. The Lions did not, and so that means they're going to punt now.
Yeah, let's see. I'm a little surprised if they are going to punt. I thought they would go for it. They're, as you said, Dave, about 1.5 yards short, not 2 yards. They are going to go for it. They've brought the quarterback back out.
Well, big play defensively early for the Lions. Can they get the stop on Anna-Jonesboro? Man in motion, but it's the give to that is Turner, and they do pick up enough for a first down. So I don't think there was any surprise on what play they were going to run or who they were going to go to.
No, it's just execution, and we've talked about that. Lions' execution hasn't been that good here lately, but it's pretty much what's coming. It's just a matter of are you going to be able to stop it.
So the ball sets at the Carterville Lion 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for Anna-Jonesboro. One receiver, that is Jade Gillis to the far side, but it's the give to Turner off the right side, and he picks up just a couple hard-fought yards. He's brought down at the 45. 2nd down for Anna-Jonesboro.
A lot of misdirection by the Anna-Jonesboro quarterback and their running game. You have to remember your assignments if you're a defensive lineman or you're a linebacker. You just have to be patient and try to find the ball, which sometimes isn't always that easy.
6:25 on the clock here in the first quarter as Osman keeps it, and he's wrapped up back about the original line of scrimmage at the 46-yard line. Nice defensive play by the Lions.
Good defensive play there. I think that was... Again, that's one of the safeties coming up for the Lions and making that tackle.
Loss of 1 on the carry by the quarterback for Anna-Jonesboro. 5:54 showing on the clock. So it's 3rd down and 9. Ball rest at the 49-yard line as Osman is under center. Man in motion. That's the jet back, but Osman rolls to his left. He's looking to throw, and there's pressure. The ball's loose. It's at the 40-yard line, and it's picked up by Carterville. Woo! What a big play by the Lions. They needed a big turnover play like that.
I think it was Christian Albert who came in from his right defensive end spot and just smoked Osman, and the ball flew backwards about 10 yards, and Carterville picks it up, and they're in good scoring position now.
They are in great scoring position. 5:37 here in the first quarter. The ball rests at the 30-yard line for the Carterville Lions. It's 1st and 10 deep in Anna-Jonesboro territory, and that's exactly what we talked about. Last week, that was the Lions that fumbled that ball, and the Carterville, they need to get the turnovers early. We got an injured man down on the field for Anna-Jonesboro, and that is 5'11" sophomore Sean Wells being tended to right now by the AJ training staff. But that turnover, that's a huge play by the defense for Carterville.
And Carterville's defense, which has played well at times this year, one of the things they haven't done much of is create turnovers. And, when you're struggling offensively, you need your defense to come up with a pick six or a big fumble, just like we just saw. So hopefully with a short, with about 29 yards from pay dirt, hopefully this offense with a new quarterback, Darian Miller, can get in the end zone and give the Lions a little bit of confidence.
They have the injured player setting up now for Anna-Jonesboro. Number 72, that is Dylan Cunningham. It looks like they were trying to work on his shoulder, just from what we could see here in the booth, but they have him setting up now, and they're going to get him to his feet. He'll get a warm round of applause as the training staff are going to walk him to the far sideline. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating. Downtown Carterville for over 30 years. Certified York dealer and services all brands. You can call 985-2502. Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating.com. No score, but Carterville threatening as they have the ball now deep in Anna-Jonesboro territory after the turnover. I didn't see who recovered the ball. I was looking elsewhere, and didn't see that, but the ball rests at the 30-yard line. So Darian Miller is at quarterback. Harley Vaughn is not in the game tonight. Near side for the Lions, you have Caleb Vaughn, but it's the give up the middle, and that is Max Gray that gets the carry, but he's wrapped up by about 3 or 4 Wildcats, and he's dropped about the line of scrimmage.
And, of course, before this season, Coach Druss said that there's probably his biggest question mark coming into the season was going to be his offensive line, because how young they were, how quickly could they gel. Well, this might be the best night of the season to come together as a unit.
2 yards gained on that last play by the Lions. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Miller takes the snap, and he's going to keep it, pitches it off to Brock Tuttle. He rolls right over the top of one of the defenders for Anna-Jonesboro, brought down short of the 25, probably about the 26-yard line.
Lions aren't getting a lot of yards on first or second down. They would love to do what AJ's trying to do to them, keep the ball for a long period of time and end a drive with points.
Can Carterville continue this drive? 3rd down and 6. The ball sets at the 36 with 4:35 left here in the first quarter. Miller takes the snap, gives it to Brock Tuttle. He's got enough for a first down across the 10, inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Carterville, 1st and goal for the Carterville Lions.
The right side of that offensive line for Carterville just blew the defensive line of AJ off the line of scrimmage, and that allowed Tuttle big room and big yards.
That was I could have run through there.
Yes.
You could have run through
I
there.
could have rolled through there. I don't know if I'd have ran through there.
1st and goal for the Lions with 4 minutes on the clock. The give to Max Gray down inside the 5, falls down at about the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal for the Lions.
And I think that's Lasdinas on the carry.
Oh, yep, you're exactly right. It was Lasdinas.
Well, 5 and 6 on those numbers look very.
Yeah, it's kind of close.
It's very, very tough to see these numbers.
2nd and goal from the 3 for the Lions. As that is Marcus Lasdinas wearing number 5. Brock Tuttle to Miller's left. It's the give to Lasdinas off the left side. Touchdown, Carterville Lions. Made easy work of that one with 3:41. The Carterville Lions lead 6-0.
And Lasdinas did a very good job of following his blockers. He could have gone to the outside, but that was shut off. He cut to the inside, got to the end zone, and hey, what do you know? Carterville has a lead early in the game.
How about that with 3:41 left here in the first Carterville? This is the first lead Carterville has where they have opened up and have the opening lead in a game, right?
Yeah,
Except for Benton, I guess.
Well, they opened up with 2 scores early against Benton, and of course they got the first score of the Heron game, which was in the 3rd quarter. But since then, they've been behind.
That's right. I forgot about that. Colin Lazinski out for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. So it is 7-0 Carterville with 3:41 remaining here in the first quarter. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. $60 here. 60, please. Back at Carterville High School, after the kickoff is taken by Anna-Jonesboro, it's run to the near side, and he's run out of bounds by the Carterville defense somewhere around the 26-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Anna-Jonesboro.
Dave, let's give credit where credit's due. That offensive line for the Lions, Ryan Kennard, Alex Hake, Jake Curry, and Zach Liddell for the 5 that really did a nice job opening holes for the Carterville running game on that last drive.
That play defensively and the offensive touchdown by the Lions, that should do great things for the Lions' mental.
Yes, it should.
What's the word I want? I'm losing. As the carry for AJ gets out, it's a gain of 4 out to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd and 6. Their mentality, that's the word I was wanting. I don't know how I missed that. But
yeah, and again, they haven't played with a lead in a long, long time. And it's still early in the game, and AJ obviously isn't going to deviate from their game plan. But, again, if you can make them be in 3rd and long and force the ball. We saw what happened the last time they were 3rd and long. They coughed the ball up.
2nd and 6 for the Wildcats. The ball at the 30-yard line. Man in motion. They use that jet back, and the first man through with the football, that is Jace Turner. He's wrapped up by a couple of the Carterville Lions. Gets out to about the 35-yard line, but it's going to be short, about a yard short of a first down.
Well, this is what they want, talking about AJ. They want 3rd and short because they feel like with their offensive line and their three-headed monster backfield that they can pick up 2, 3, maybe even 4 yards on any given carry.
3rd and 1 for the Wildcats from the 35 as Osman takes the snap from under center. It's the give. The ball. I thought there was a fumble.
There's a fumble.
It is going to be. Are they going to rule it Carterville? I thought he lost the ball.
He did lose the ball, but now it's just a matter of unpiling. And it is Carterville's ball.
Carterville football after the fumble by Jace Turner. And Carterville is going to have excellent field position once again as Turner fumbled the ball for AJ.
And we've got a Carterville player who has his hand caught in the face mask of a AJ player, and he can't get his hand out. This isn't something you see every weekend.
No, it isn't. And you have trainer Mike out there that has the screwdriver, and they are going to. It looks like they're going to have to unscrew. Maybe not, but they're working. There we go. As that was for Carterville, that was Caden Hunley that got his hand caught in the face mask of the other player. But it's going to be Carterville football in fantastic territory as the ball sets at the 38-yard line with 2:19 left. Carterville has a chance to get a second score here in the first quarter.
Yeah, good opportunity for the Carterville Lions to go up by 2 scores and really put some pressure on that AJ offense.
So Carterville brings their offense out after talking to head coach Dennis Drust on the near sideline. 2:19 on the clock, 7-0 Carterville here in the first quarter. Darian Miller, the quarterback from the shotgun, and that is Marcus Lasdinas that gets the handoff from Miller out across the 35, inside the 35, a little bit short, though, of the 34. 2nd down for the Lions.
Well, you know Lasdinas has got to be itching to have a big game. Of course, he played a few snaps against Murfreesboro, didn't play last week at DuQuoin, so he's probably the freshest of the backs in the Carterville backfield, and he's probably looking to have a big game tonight.
2nd and 7 for the Lions from the 35 as Miller looks over his squad, and he's going to take it off the right side. He's across the 35 to 30, and a run out of bounds defensively by Dylan Fox of Anna-Jonesboro. Nice run by Darian Miller.
The last 2 plays, Anna-Jonesboro has blitzed their 2 inside linebackers, and Carterville, that play was designed to run to the outside, so you run away from the blitzing linebackers. Obviously, if you run between the tackles, you know they may blow the play up, but sometimes you guess right, and the Carterville guessed right there.
So it's 3rd and 1 for the Lions. Darian Miller ready for the snap, takes it right up the middle. He hasn't planning for the first down, and he's dumped about the 22-yard line. First down for the Lions. So Carterville moving the ball here with 1:41 on the clock. The clock continues to roll. And now Carterville has 2 receivers to the near side, Justin Johnson and Luke Ford, and 1 to the far side. It's the snap to Miller. He bobbles it. It bounces, comes right back to him. He's trying to get outside, and he does, and he's forced out of bounds, and that's a loss for the Lions. But a nice job by Miller to recover that ball and make a decision immediately.
Yeah, and the ball bounced right back up to him, which is fortunate as well. And, of course, this is Miller's first time at quarterback this season, and you know, he may be looking to make a play before the ball's actually there. That wasn't that bad of a snap. but he's definitely got playmaking ability, and he could turn a broken play into a touchdown.
2nd and 15 for the Lions from the 28. 1:06 on the clock as Miller looks to throw. He has pressure, throws it away. They're saying it's an incomplete pass. It's a good thing. He did. You could see the forward motion, but defensively for Anna-Jonesboro, it was Aaron Lentz that came up and tried to wrap up Miller, but Miller was able to dump it off.
Yeah, linebacker Jade Gillis also there. Miller had no time to find a receiver at all.
So it's 3rd down and 15 for the Lions. No gain on that play on the incomplete pass. The ball is at the 27-yard line. What do the Lions do here when you have a 6'6" tight end? You have a couple of 6'2" receivers. Darian Miller drops back to pass. He's looking down the left side, throw it right down the middle on the money, and that is Marcus Laz. No, that is for the Carterville Lions. Is that Lasdinas?
No, that's not Lasdinas. I think that is maybe, is it Alex Griffin?
Alex, maybe number 2. Yeah, that might be number 2 on the
Let's see if he
27-yard.
I'm watching him here on the sidelines as he's
pass from Miller to somebody, but Carterville's up 13.
I'll tell you here in a second. That's Griffin.
Okay, number 2, Alex Griffin. That number is extremely hard to read. And my fault to the Griffin family for not getting the call right as the kick is up, and it's good. It is 14-0 Carterville with 57 seconds left here in the first quarter. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. "30 seconds here, please. 30 seconds. Thank you. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the City of Carterville. Mayor Brad Robinson and the entire City of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters of Carterville Lions sports. What a nice pass that was from Darian Miller to Alex Griffin. It was right on the money.
Yeah, it was a perfectly thrown ball, perfect timing, and Griffin had a defensive back right there with him. Miller's throwing motion kind of reminds me of a Phillip Rivers. He doesn't throw overhand as much. It's kind of a sidearm throw, but it doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it gets you points.
Exactly. As Carterville kicks off, the ball goes to about the 15-yard line, and for Anna-Jonesboro on the return, that's Hayden Carter, and that's a nice return as he brings it out near the 40-yard line. And AJ has good field position here with 47.5 seconds left in the first quarter.
Good start by the Lions. You take away the Lions' first possession where they were 3 and out, everything's gone well. And remember this, Carterville's 2 touchdowns are a result of turnovers by AJ.
Yep. And that's the things that Carterville hasn't done this year. They haven't forced a turnover and been able to capitalize on that. So it's 1st and 10 from the 40 for Anna-Jonesboro. As the quarterback for AJ, Bryce Osmond, wearing number 14, the 6'2 junior, under center. 2 running backs in the backfield. That is Jace Turner, as he puts his head down and he just falls forward to about the 48-yard line, bringing up 2nd down for Anna-Jonesboro.
This is what you would call simple football. Hand the ball off and run. There's nothing fancy about it. It just, as you heard Dennis Drust in the pregame, it's all about being able to block, being able to hang on to the football, being able to run. AJ's got a very good running game.
Yes, they do. It's 2nd down and 3 as the clock is nearing 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Osmond with the snap, and it's the give to the first man through. He's short of a first down. Nice job defensively by the Carterville Lions. I believe that was Zach Schlindeline that got to tackle there as we end the first quarter. So it's 3rd down and 3, and when we come back, we're going to have second quarter action. Carterville leads Anna-Jonesboro 14-0. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Let's go 1 minute here, Robert. 1 minute, please. Back at Carterville High School, it's Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson, where Carterville leads here, heading to the second quarter, 14-0 for the Lions. But Anna-Jonesboro has the ball at their own 48 as it's the give to Bryce Turner for Jace Turner. I'll get it right here. Jace Turner, number 42, and he gets enough for an Anna-Jonesboro first down.
Beautiful night for high school football, which we haven't had many of those through the first 4 weeks of the season anyway.
It sure is. And this next week, temperatures in the 70s. Jim Razor assured me of that earlier before the game started.
All right.
1st and 10 from the 47 for Anna-Jonesboro, as that is the give to Jace Turner. He's wrapped up by 3 or 4 Carterville Lions. Actually, by 3 or 4 of the Carterville Lions. It's going to bring up second down for Anna-Jonesboro.
Yeah, Gaddis, Luke Ford in on the tackle. And, of course, you got the 2 big bookends, Ford and Christian Albert on the other side. They're going to have to crash down on these running plays. AJ's not shown the ability or they want to run to the outside. So if those two are going to be a factor in the running game, they're going to have to crash down on the line of scrimmage.
Jade Gillis, the receiver, spread wide to the left, but Osmond pitches off to the jetback. That's Dylan Fox off the left side, and he's got enough for a first down as he gets out across the 35-yard line, brought down at about the 33. 1st and 10 for Anna-Jonesboro. That was a nice play.
Yeah, Osmond got rid of it just in time, because if he doesn't get rid of that ball, it's about a 5 to 7 yard loss. Instead, he found the pitch man just at the last second, and Fox got around the far sideline and picked up a big first down for AJ.
This is the 6th play of this drive for Anna-Jonesboro. They have it at the Carterville 33 with 10:45 remaining in the first half. It is the give to Turner. Osmond keeps it off the left side, and he's fighting and fighting. I don't know if they ever did get him ground. Finally, he comes out rolling at the end of the play, but that's a nice hard run by the quarterback for Anna-Jonesboro.
They do not go down easy.
No, they don't.
You better hit them low, and you better have some help. Otherwise, you may be part of the carnage about 5 to 7 yards down the field. A quick score in the first quarter. Harrisburg leads Massac County 21-0.
14-0 here with 10 minutes remaining. 2nd and 6 from the 29. A gain of 4 by the quarterback on the last play as it's Turner that takes the handoff. And the ball is on the ground again, and Carterville has got it one more time. That is 2 turnovers by Jace Turner here in this game, and Carterville is all over it with 9:55 left here in the first half, and Carterville has the ball again.
The first 2 turnovers that Carterville created were in AJ territory. This one they're going to have to go a little bit further, about 75 yards for a score, but still it negates an AJ drive that looked like it may result in points. So Carterville already has created 3 turnovers in this first half.
I tell you what, I feel like I'm living last week's game all over again, because that's exactly what happened to Carterville. 3 turnovers in the first quarter, and DuQuoin was able to go and capitalize on that. And at the end of the first quarter, actually 8 minutes into the game, they had a 20-0 lead on the Lions, but Carterville has a chance to really put some pressure on AJ right now. 9:55 left in the half. Miller takes the snap. He's going to keep it off the left side across the 25. Can he get the turn? He gets the turn, and he runs it out of bounds, and that is going to be a nice game by the quarterback for the Carterville Lions.
Well, you have to respect the running. AJ has to respect the running ability of Tuttle, Gray, and now Lasdinas between tackles. And that should open things up for Miller to run the ball to the outside, because the linebackers have to stay in their lanes until they know where the ball's at.
Outstanding first down for the Carterville Lions. I was getting ready to say, man, I thought that was enough for a first down. So the ball is at the 35. Miller has 3 receivers spread to the right, and he has Max Gray in the backfield. The high snap, Miller gets hold of it, but he's brought to the ground at about the 33-yard line. 2nd down for the Lions.
Good snap. Miller just couldn't handle the hot potato.
So it's 2nd and what have we got? We got the ball marked. I guess it's going to be 2nd and 11 for the Lions. They haven't updated the scoreboard. They're looking, as the Carterville Lions are looking near side. The officials actually are talking to head coach Dennis Drust. The ref is talking to him. And
I guess the play clock isn't working.
So they're going to turn off they're going to take it from the umpire who will set the clock. So it is, I've got it as 2nd down for the Lions. It is going to be 2nd and about 12 as the ball sets at the 33-yard line. As the officials go and talk to Brett Dietering, let him know that the play clocks are not working. Both play clocks show 0 to our left and to our right. So they'll look to the umpire for the play clock, and what he'll do is he'll signal when there's 5 seconds left and count it down with the arm signal. And they actually have the play clocks working now. Must have got it fixed. It is 2nd and 12 for the Lions. Darian Miller, he's going to keep it up the middle, out near across the 40, cuts it back toward the hash, he works it in and out across the 50. Oh, man, what a beautiful run by number 7, the quarterback for your Carterville Lions.
What we just saw from Miller, Mr. McKenzie, you can't teach.
Nope.
That is God-given
Instinct.
ability.
And that is instinct.
Yeah, did a very good job of following his blockers. When he wanted to cut to the inside, he would wait to see where the block was going, then he'd cut to the outside. But a big gain, and Lions are in AJ territory yet again.
They move the ball into the 44-yard line of Anna-Jonesboro. Miller takes the snap, gives it to Marcus Lasdinas off the far side, turns it upfield, and jumps and falls forward to about the 35-yard line. This is the Carterville Lions offense that we've expected all year.
Yeah, of course, Lasdinas being a big part of this offense, and he hasn't played much this year. One reason that play worked, again, AJ brought 2 linebackers straight up the middle, and Carterville runs the play to the outside, and Lasdinas gets big yards because of it.
Gain of 8 by Marcus Lasdinas. Welcome back to the lineup. Darian Miller takes the snap. He's going to keep it off the left side, has enough for the first down, spins and turns, falls at the 30, but there's a flag that was thrown late, just at the very end of the game, and it may be a hold on the Carterville Lions, and that's what they're going to say, and it's going to bring it back, but that is the first penalty for Carterville here in this game.
Yeah, that's the Lions have played a very, very good first half. And I think that's the first penalty flag of the game.
Yeah, it is. So it is going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for, oh, no, my bad. 2nd and 10 for the Lions. As the ball sets at the 44-yard line, so that's the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 after the penalty. And Carterville sends 3 receivers spread far to the right, near side. There's 1 receiver, and in the backfield we have another penalty, and that's going to be a motion penalty on the Carterville Lions.
I think the left guard jumped just a little bit, and so now the consecutive penalties is going to push the Lions back near midfield.
Loss of 5 on the penalty, so now instead of a 2nd and 2, it's going to be a 2nd and 15 as the ball is placed at the 49-yard line. Carterville, they've made up that. There's 8:20 left here in the first half. The ball is at the 2nd and 15 as it's the give to Marcus Lasdinas. He falls forward at about the 47-yard line, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Lions.
Scores coming in after 1, Heron 13, Murfreesboro 8 over in Jackson County.
This is the 8th play of this drive, but it's a big play. 3rd down and 13 from the AJ 47-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. Darian Miller from the shotgun. Drops back to pass. He's looking, and bounces around, takes it to the right side, looking for somebody open, and he run out of bounds, but not enough for a first down. Going to bring up 4th down. Did they go for it on 4th down?
It looks like they're going to punt. Let me tell you what, there was one heck of a block by Lasdinas. on I think it was a linebacker was chasing Miller to the far side, and the linebacker did not see Miller coming, and that usually doesn't end well for the defender.
From the 43-yard line, it's 4th and 9, so it looks like Carterville is going to kick. As for the Lions, I believe that's Colin Lazinski back to take the snap. Snap is good. Kick is away. Hits at the 15-yard line, and it takes a Anna-Jonesboro bounce, and Carterville stops it just short of the 20-yard line. 7:27 remaining here in the second quarter. Carterville has a 14-0 lead. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be back. You're listening to Lions Football on News Radio WJPF. Back at Carterville High School, Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson and AJ on their first play from scrimmage here on this drive. There's a penalty on the flag thrown, and it's a face mask on Carterville as it was Caleb Clover that come off the right side, and there was a wall of Lions there, but somebody just reached up and grabbed him by the face mask.
It's unfortunate, and there also was another flag thrown immediately after that, so Carterville may have, I'm thinking Carterville may have 2 penalties on them. One may be unsportsmanlike. Let's see what the call is. We know the face mask is against Carterville. We just don't know what the other call is.
So this would be the second penalty, or actually the third penalty on the Carterville Lions. They're going to take the big one, the 15-yard penalty. And they actually, I guess they're going to attack them both together.
Yeah, they are.
As they bring the ball out to the 49-yard line. That is a 29-yard penalty. Going to be 1st and 10 for Anna-Jonesboro from their own 49-yard line. Wow.
3 of the last 5 plays have resulted in Carterville penalties.
Yep, and that's what got them in trouble a little bit earlier in the season, as the officials are going to get together and talk. And now I bet you they say, well, you know what, we can't do that. We got to go.
They're actually going to move.
Actually, we didn't go far enough. It's going to be from the Carterville 49-yard line. So it's 1st and 10. Now we're ready to go as Osmond gives it to the second man, too. That's Trenton Turner with the carry. Number 45 for Anna-Jonesboro, and he bangs it out to the 43-yard line of Carterville.
Caden Hundley and Max Gray in on the stop, but not before about a 7-yard gain.
So it's 2nd down and 3 for Anna-Jonesboro from the Carterville 43. 6:42 remaining in the half. Osmond takes the snap, gives it to the little sweep back, and that is Dylan Fox, and he's out across the 35-yard line to the 34, and that's enough for a 1st down for Anna-Jonesboro.
Well, those 2 penalties on Carterville's last possession have really given AJ a little bit of a boost. If Carterville, who is having a nice drive, ends up going in and going up 21-0, then the mojo of AJ isn't there. But right now, after the 2 penalties, AJ's taking advantage of it.
Nothing would be bigger than an AJ touchdown going into half and being down 7 as we stand right now, as it's given to Trenton Turner, and he gets it out near the 30-yard line. So a gain of about 4, maybe 4.5 yards for Anna-Jonesboro.
They don't appear to have breakaway speed, but what they have are 3 really good running backs who are very, very hard to bring down.
They hit the hole quick, though.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have a lot of speed, but they get into that offensive line off their hips very, very quick, and that's where they're picking up their yards.
Yeah, there's a difference between quickness and speed, but they definitely have the quickness.
Trenton Turner in the backfield as the man in motion is Jackson Boyd. Pass across the middle is knocked down defensively by the Carterville Lions. That was a great defensive play and the ball falls incomplete.
Well, a good play by the defensive back of Carterville, because you have to be disciplined if you're a defensive back. All you've seen all night long, with the exception of one play, is run, run, run. And so you might think that you may cheat up towards the line of scrimmage, but he stayed with his man, and that was a big play by Carterville's defense.
Brings up 3rd and 7 for AJ with 5:34 left here in the first half. Ball is at the 31. As, again, AJ just runs the same offense. They run a jet sweep, but it's the give to Dylan Fox. He's out across the 20, and he's brought down inside the 20 at about the – they're going to actually mark him down at the 21. So it's going to bring up 4th down for – that was enough for a first down.
Well, this is where Carterville's defense has to stiffen. We've talked about the bend but don't break defense at Carterville early in the season. They've bent a little bit on this drive, but now's when they got to rise up and make a stand.
The change that AJ has made, they've taken Jace Turner out of the backfield and they've put Trenton Turner in, because Jace had 2 of the 3 fumbles for Anna-Jonesboro. As Osmond keeps it, wiggles his way down inside the 20 to about the 15-yard line, and he just kind of weaved his way through the line there to pick up those yards.
It almost looked like Osmond and his running back were holding hands as they went through the line of scrimmage. Osmond was not going to pull it out of his belly until he saw that he had no other choice.
2nd and 6 now for Anna-Jonesboro from the Carterville 17. 4:44 showing on the clock here in the first half. It's Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson, Amy on the video for us here this evening on our YouTube live stream. As Osmond takes the snap, gives it to Turner. He works his way across the 10 to about the 7-yard line. That was a nice run by Trenton Turner.
Yeah, 1st and goal. There are some big holes being opened up by that AJ offensive line.
1st and 7. 1st and goal from the 7 for Anna-Jonesboro. The clock continues to roll as Wildcats get within 7 of the Lions going in at halftime. As Osmond looks down, looks for his receiver to the left side, man in motion, and it's the give to the first man through. That is Trenton Turner, and he's wrapped up. Nice job defensively by the Lions, but it's a short gain by Anna-Jonesboro.
Yeah, you might see Carterville's linebackers just guess and hit a gap and try to blow the play up before it gets started, because at this point, or at this point on the field, that AJ's going to run the ball. They're not gonna take a chance and throw the ball.
2nd and goal from the 5-yard line for 3:40 on the clock here in the first half, as Osmond takes the snap, and he's going to keep it, try to get across, and he falls forward, and he's pushed back by the Carterville defense. He never did get the goal line, so it's going to bring up 3rd and goal for Anna-Jonesboro.
At about the 3. Yep, no, it's going to be about at the 2. Boy, what a stand this would be by Carterville's defense if they could get the ball back on downs. Of course, AJ's got 2 more cracks at the end zone.
The clock is working its way toward the 3-minute mark here in the first half. 3rd and goal from the 2 for Anna-Jonesboro. Big play defensively for your Lions. Osmond takes the snap, gives it to Turner. He never did get the goal line either. That's a big stop. It's going to bring up 4th down for Anna.
Yeah, he got inside the 1, but he never got to the goal line. So AJ's going to take 1 more crack at this.
4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Man, wouldn't a nice defensive stop by the Lions be huge right here?
Yeah, you got to be careful if you're Carterville of a sweep.
Yep. As they send one man to the far side, one receiver, Araya Hart is out wide, but Anna-Jonesboro, they give it to Turner, and he stopped!
Did not
Oh,
get it.
what a huge defensive play as he is stopped inside the 1 on 4th and goal from the 1. Carterville is going to take over with 2:14 left in the first half.
Remember this series. Remember that play if Carterville goes on to win this game. The biggest defensive stand by the Lions defense to date. AJ had 1st and goal from the 7 and actually had 3 cracks from inside the 5 and did not get in.
Oh, man, what a great defensive play. I wished I seen who that was that got the first hit on Trenton Turner there on that carry, but that ball is setting at about the 6-yard line. But it's going to be 1st and 10 for Carterville as they need to get the ball away from the goal line and get a little breathing room there deep in their own territory. As Miller takes the snap, he comes off right up the middle, and he falls forward to about the 3, maybe the 4-yard line, going to bring up 2nd down for the Lions.
Yeah, the Lions just don't want to make a mistake here. They're going to keep it very simple, but with a guy like Lasdinas or even Miller, you can break a long one here.
2nd and 7 for the Lions, a gain of 3, 150 remaining in the first half. Of course, it's going to be an extended halftime period as it's homecoming here at Carterville this evening. Miller has 3 people in the backfield with him. He's coming off the left side trying to catch the corner, and a nice job defensively by Anna-Jonesboro as they run him out of bounds, knock him out of bounds, and it's going to bring up 3rd down now for Carterville.
AJ has very good pursuit to the ball.
They're quick.
They are quick, and again, they're well coached. I mean, it's almost like a Brett Dietering coach team knows 80% of the time what play's coming, and they're just very
swarming. They swarm tackle.
Yes,
that's one thing I know. Coach Dennis Drust and Coach Ruiz they worked down on in practice. Coach Ruiz would yell out a number, say 7. And that's how many guys he wanted on the ball carrier in practice. They kind of teach that swarming technique. You know, if you're on the backside of the play, kind of watching it as a defender, maybe a corner or the backside safety, sometimes you may want to just kind of take it easy. If you see that the play's being contained, but that's not what the coaches want. They want you to be in on that tackle. The more people you get in there, the more opportunity there is to get the ball knocked loose and get the guy on the ground. That's the goal.
Safeties and defensive backs are the last line of defense. You don't want them to overcommit, but if they know what the play is, if they can see the play in front of them, then they can come up and make the play. But, yeah, you're right. You want to have a swarming defense.
Both teams back out on the field after the timeout. 1:27 remaining in the first half. Carterville needed to chat as Darian Miller, I think that is Marcus Lasdinas to his left. Miller takes the snap. He's going to keep it off the left side. Oh, man, there is nobody here. And his speed, he's at the 40. They're not going to catch him. At the 40, at the 30, at the 20, at the 10, 5, touchdown, Carterville Lions. That is a 95-yard touchdown run by Darian Miller.
What did I just say about with a player like Miller or Lasdinas? You can break a big one. And Lasdinas got one heck of a block on the near sideline at about the 10 that sprung him for the long 95-yard touchdown run. We have an AJ player out on the field at the 35, and it's very unfortunate because I tell you how he got hurt. I think he was running, trying to catch Miller, which he wasn't going to.
On the angle.
But at the 35, he ran into the back of the official. The official fell down. He got up. But the AJ player is still on the ground at the 35, looks to be a knee or an ankle. That's very unfortunate.
Connor Geralds is the injured player at the 35. But, man, what a fantastic play by Darian Miller. He just took the handoff, followed his left guard, and broke it to the outside. And once he got the corner, the entire AJ defense had crashed the line on the 3rd down and short. And he was able to just outrun everybody.
And he got a great block from his wide receiver on the left side to spring to the outside. And then it was just a foot race. And you might as well just, watch the back of his jersey, the numbers on the back of his jersey, because you were not going to catch him. And we go back to little things in a game that could, the difference between winning and losing. The goal line stand by Carterville, they give up no points. They get the ball, and 3 plays later, they're setting up for an extra point that could put them up 21-0 here late in the first.
I misspoke earlier. It's Connor Gerald. It's not Connor Gerald who's hurt for Anna-Jonesboro. It's the wide receiver, Uriah Hart, number 1, but he's able to walk off the field under his own power with the trainer from Anna-Jonesboro. So Colin Lazinski is in to kick the extra point. It is 20-0 Carterville with 1:11 remaining here in the first half. And Carterville, man, I've got to say, they've looked very good here in the first half of this game.
Kick up and good, 21-0. Lions have forced 3 turnovers. Finally got a big play from Darian Miller, which we haven't seen a big play out of this offense since probably week 1. When I'm talking big play, I'm talking number of yards involved. But this has been a nice first half by Carterville.
This Lions broadcast brought to you by Artworks in Carterville, specializing in custom graphics and apparel. Visit them today for your Carterville Spirit Wear on West Plaza Drive, now offering in-house embroidery, proudly supporting our hometown Carterville Lions. Man, just a nice, this is what Carterville needed. They needed to get that early lead because that's a momentum builder. And as we talked about it in the pregame show, Carterville, for coming into this game with a 1-3 record, their mood was pretty good. And they weren't down. They know that they haven't played up to expectations. And, man, they're playing well here this evening in the first half.
And if you're AJ, that is a momentum crusher right before half when you've got to go into the half and it appears you're going to be down 21-0 when you felt like at worst you were going to be down 14-7.
95-yard touchdown run by Darian Miller for the Carterville Lions as the kickoff by the Lions is taken at the 20-yard line by Anna-Jonesboro. That is Dylan Fox, and he's out across the 40 and banged down out of bounds by the Lions. And it's minute 3 left here in the first half. And Anna-Jonesboro has a chance to do something here going in at halftime.
And remember, Carterville's doing this without Harley Vaughn, their starting quarterback. Big gun, the sophomore, who's quickly become my favorite of the Carterville line. I just love that kid, only a sophomore. But it just shows you the depth that this Carterville team has at the skill positions, that you could lose your starting quarterback and, one of your big run stuffers in the middle of that defensive line and still play well.
We have an injured Anna-Jonesboro player here on, it looks like, I think it's an AJ player here on the Carterville sideline. Trainer Mike is out there and with the trainer from Anna-Jonesboro. Both teams take a knee at midfield. We're going to take a break. We're going to pause here. You're listening to Lions Football on NewsRadio WJPF. Just a 30 here, Robert. Just a 30 here. What's that? Back at Carterville High School, it is 21-0 Carterville with 1:03 left here in the first half.
And speaking of 21, that is number 21 going off for AJ. That's one of their star running backs, Dylan Fox.
And he's so fast.
And he's not off the field yet. He's being helped by one of the assistants. We can only hope that he's going to be okay, but if he's not able to come back in the second half, that would be a big blow to their running game.
So Anna-Jonesboro has the football at their own 43-yard line with 1:03 left here in the half. An opportunity to put some points on the board. They need them, but because they have been dominated by the Carterville Lions here in the first half. What an impressive half of football played by Coach Dennis Drust and his Lions this evening. As Osmond rolls to his left, the left-hander throws it out across the left side, and it falls incomplete. His intended receiver was Caleb Clover. It hits the ground. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Anna-Jonesboro.
Yeah, Osmond just short-armed that ball. He had a receiver that had gotten behind one defensive back and was in front of the other one, and it could have been a big game, but Osmond and maybe that's why they don't throw the ball much. Coming into this game, they'd completed less than 50% of their passes.
He's a good runner, and,
yes.
and everybody's talked about that. And, when we saw the stats, they've only thrown 20 times this year in 4 games. So 58 seconds left. Osmond under center, man in motion, gives it to the first running. No, he's going to keep it, and he takes a big hit as he comes across the 45-yard line. And short gain for Anna-Jonesboro.
Yeah, we have to remember, Osmond, this is his first year of playing quarterback. Last year he strictly played defense, but Coach Dietering very, very happy with his quarterback play this year.
3rd and 6 from their own 47. Anna-Jonesboro with the football. Osmond takes the snap, gives it to on the jet sweep, and Brought down short of an Anna-Jonesboro fourth down. Luke Ford with the tackle. It's going to bring up fourth down for Anna.
Yeah, also in on the tackle was Ryan Gaddis, who's been in a lot of tackles tonight. Let's see. AJ's going to go for it. Carterville going to let the clock run out. I think AJ's going to let the clock run out, too. We won't have another play.
As the ball sets at the 50-yard line, 4 seconds remaining here. And that is how the half ends. It is 21-0. Carterville Lions here on homecoming night against the 4-0 Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats. Coach Dennis Drust is out talking to a couple of his players. And we're going to be back. It's going to be an extended halftime, so we'll come back here in about 2 minutes. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Two minutes here, Robert, please. 2 minutes. Back at Carterville High School, my name is Dave McKenzie along with my partner Scott Hudson, where we're at the half, Scott, and it's been all Carterville, 21-0 here at Harrison Bruce Field.
The offense has scored 21 points, but let's give credit where it's due. The Carterville defense has forced 3 turnovers, made a great goal line stand with under 2 minutes to go in the first half, and then Darian Miller used his speed to the outside to break a 95-yard touchdown run right before half to give Carterville this 21-0 lead. Carterville's defense has done the job of creating turnovers, which is something they haven't done this season to this point, and then the offense took advantage of those turnovers and got points off of those. So a very good first half for Carterville, up 21-0, but they cannot let off the gas. They cannot get complacent. They have still got to stick to their game plan. AJ still has a good enough running game that they can get back in this game, but Carterville with just an excellent first half, big play after big play, whether it was offense or the defense.
So we're at halftime. It is going to be a 20-minute halftime where Carterville right now is honoring the attendance for homecoming this evening. It's going to take place tomorrow night. And very excited about that. Our Allie is one of the sophomore attendants this evening and was in the parade. And great, Carterville, Scott, Carterville loves a parade. They'll have a parade for anything.
Now, did you throw candy out today?
Well, Allie did.
Okay, I was going to say because.
Truthfully,
I don't want to tell everybody, but your Tim Tebow arm. I was afraid there might be some kids get hurt today. So
it was entirely. But I did eat my weight in Smarties.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
The only bad thing is I had to unroll them myself.
I couldn't get anybody to do it for me.
Wow. We have 16 minutes left here in the first half, and let's talk about how Carterville opened up this ball game this evening as they had the football, but it was a quick 4 and out for Carterville, and it just seemed like it took a series for Darian Miller to kind of get acclimated to
in sync with the offense. Yeah.
Exactly. And because Carterville winds up the 4 and out, Anna-Jonesboro, they go on a 9-play drive. They pick up 2 first downs, but there's a fumble by Jace Turner, and Carterville falls on it, and they take over. And then it was Marcus Lasdinas with the 3-yard touchdown run. The extra point by Lazinski was good. Carterville up 7-0, 3:41 left in the first quarter. Then Anna-Jonesboro gets the football back, and just like Carterville did last week, they fumble the ball with 2:19. Turner with the fumble. Carterville falls on it, and they turn around. And what was a beautiful pass from Darian Miller to Griffin, Alex Griffin, a 27-yard TD pass.
It was excellent on both ends. Griffin ran a perfect route. Miller threw a perfect ball right where it had to be because there was a defender right there with Griffin. It was just a beautiful play, and that really helped get things going for Carterville.
We move on to the second quarter, and AJ, again, that's their 7th play of the drive, and they wind up fumbling the ball. Turner has his 2nd fumble of the game with 9:15 left. Carterville gets the football back, and they go down, and they wind up losing the ball on possessions. And then Anna-Jonesboro. One thing about Anna-Jonesboro, and Dennis Dress talked about this, they go on long drives because they don't throw the ball. They just are going to run it between the tackles, and that's exactly what they do. This next drive was a 12-play drive, and they turn it over on possession because Carterville stopped Mr. Turner inside the 1-yard line, about the 6-inch line, and it was just a huge defensive stop by the Lions.
What made that defensive stop even better, Dave, was the fact that before AJ had first and goal at the 7, AJ's offensive line had been creating some huge holes. So you figure with not very many yards to go for 6, that wasn't going to be a problem. But the Lions' defense stiffened big time on that drive. I think of course, the linebackers are closer to the line of scrimmage when you're in the red zone than they are near the middle of the field. So there's less room to run. Part of the linebackers did a very good job of filling the gaps, stopping them from getting in the end zone. And then, 3 plays later, we all know what happened.
So Carterville gets the football back at the 6-inch line, and but actually they have it at the 5. Darian Miller works it out to the 5-yard line, and then he takes the ball right up the middle, right off the left guard's hip, breaks it to the outside, catches the sideline. 95 yards later, it's a touchdown for the Carterville Lions. The extra point is good by Lazinski, and Carterville goes in at the half, up 21-0, and this is the best game Carterville's played since that first week game against Benton.
No question, because Carterville has made big plays on both sides of the ball. Miller being the last one with a 95-yard dash down the near sideline, and he got a great block from one of his wide receivers to spring him on that big run. So Carterville has done everything they've needed to do in this first half to get this 21-point lead. However, you go back to 1 week ago, Nashville led AJ down at AJ, and AJ came back and won that game. So you cannot discount AJ in this second half. You still got to come out and play a solid second half.
Here at Harrison and Bruce Field at Carterville High School, the band is all set up on the field. They are ready to perform here at the half. It is 21-0. Tell me this, check out this score. Marion leads Mount Vernon 55-0 with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Unbelievable display by Marion, who's struggled early this season, but they got the big win last week and hanging some points on the board tonight. And then at the, let's see here, one other score. Cahokia leads Carbondale 14-12 after the first quarter. Here we have it 21-0, Carterville on top of Anna-Jonesboro. We're going to take another break as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget you're listening to Lions football on NewsRadio WJPF, or you can even watch and listen if you go to YouTube, punch in Carterville Lions versus Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats, and you have the live stream with Scott and myself here at NewsRadio WJPF. 21-0 at the half. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Lions football on NewsRadio WJPF. Let's see. We good on your end, Robert? That should put us through the halftime, correct? Okay. We're going to take another break here because we still have 11 minutes left. So you can go back and repeat something if you need to. Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson, Amy on the video stream this evening here. And we appreciate you tuning in to Carterville Lions football here on News Radio WJPF. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center, now offering the convenience of mobile banking. You can stay connected on the go with the Bank of Carbondale's mobile banking app. For more information on the features of mobile banking and how to enroll, you can go to their website. Visit tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Scott Hudson, most impressive thing you've seen this half?
I think both sides of the ball have been impressive. I mean, you look at the Carterville defense. When they had to get a stop late in the first half, they got a stop. Carterville created 3 turnovers in that first half, 2 of which led to Carterville points. That's big too, because the offense took advantage of a short field and made AJ pay for it. I think the Carterville defense played better as the first half went along, but you just can't take anything away from the Carterville offense tonight with Darian Miller at quarterback. As you said, Dave, early in the game at first possession, he probably had a little bit of the jitters. Now, granted, he's played every game this season, but he's never played quarterback this season, so he's got a lot more responsibility as a quarterback than he does a wide receiver. So he was probably a little nervous, but as the first half went along, he looked a lot more comfortable, and he is so hard to bring down because he's so quick, so shifty, and if he gets in the open, well, it's game over, and we saw that late in the half.
And if you have followed Carterville Lions sports for any amount of time, and you've had the opportunity to watch Darian Miller play, whether it's football or basketball or whatever, at any given time, he is probably the most gifted athlete on the field. Sometimes other things get to him, but he is so talented athletically, and he's so smooth. And that you can see tonight. And just as I think what I liked seeing, there was one sequence of plays there late in the second quarter where Carterville had the ball deep in Anna-Jonesboro territory, and they had 3 penalties. And one of the penalties was a 49-yard penalty. What I liked seeing was they didn't seem to let that bother them.
Right.
Earlier in the season, penalties, once they had 1 and then they had 2, they just kept coming. But then they come back and wind up getting the big stop at the 6-inch line, stop Anna-Jonesboro from getting in. And I like how they bounced back from that and kind of turned the page, where earlier in the season that would have accumulated and caused problems for the Lions.
Well, when they had the great defensive stand, I said at that point, even before the Miller long touchdown run, I said that might be the turning point of this game.
It might be the turning point of the season.
Of the season, exactly. That could be what Coach Drust and his staff look back at the end of the regular season. Let's say Carterville just runs the rest of the season 5-0. They go 6-3. You can probably look back at that defensive stand and say that might be what turned our season around, because it's not only physical, it's mental. And there have been some things happen to Carterville this year, especially offensively, that mentally just get a team down. And we're talking about penalties and, of course, the turnovers at DuQuoin last week. But now you get something positive to happen, you feed off that. And hopefully Carterville can come out and play just as strong a second half as they did the first half.
We talked about it in the pregame show, Scott, and that is nobody thought, and the Anna-Jonesboro people that we talked with before this game and this week, the question we asked was, are these teams exactly what their records indicate? Is Carterville a 1-3 team? And I don't know that anybody believes that they're a 1-3 team. It was a 1-point loss to the Heron Tigers. they should have won that game. It was an extra point that
Right.
that cost them there. But no, they're not a 1-3 team. They are, but you had to wonder what Lions team was going to show up because the mistakes that they've made. It's not that they've got beat. They've beat themselves by not taking care of the football and the penalties.
Some people may think I'm crazy when I say this, but
You're crazy, man.
I've been called worse, so if that's all you call me tonight, that's fine. But coming into this game, I thought AJ was catching Carterville at the wrong time. First of all, Carterville's coming off 3 straight losses, and everybody knew that they were better than 1-3. Second of all, I thought Carterville was catching AJ at the perfect time. You're saying, oh, wait a minute, they're 4-0. They're on a roll. That's the best time to catch a team like this off guard. Sometimes, they get a little they get a little full of themselves, and sometimes you feel like you're a little bit better than maybe you really are. So I thought Carterville was catching. I would much rather have caught AJ after a win last week than a loss. Perfect example, when DuQuoin lost that heartbreaker 2 weeks ago to Heron, and then I knew Carterville had to go to DuQuoin last week. I thought, boy, you're not catching the Indians at the right time because they're not going to be happy. They don't want to fall to 1-3. And lo and behold, DuQuoin played a very good game last week. So I thought everything tonight was setting up for a big win by Carterville.
They look good so far. We'll just have to see how that carries over because let me tell you what, don't count your eggs and chickens before they hatch. Is that what they say?
And remember, AJ will get the ball first to start the second half.
Carterville Lions Marching Band. The Marching Lions are on the field. And let me tell you what, coming up October, can't remember the date right now, is the Music and Motion Band Competition. It takes place at SIU with Dr. George Borzak at SIU School of Music. I get to MC the event. I've done it now probably for 6-7 years. Carterville is one of the up-and-coming bands in Southern Illinois. It is a tough competition. And I'm telling you, they come out here to the high school and they start rehearsing at 5:30 every night, and they're out there on the asphalt parking lot marching every night till 8:30, practicing, working on their routine, and you can see it paying off. And I just want to give the band props. I was a band geek in high school, and
it's an extracurricular activity just like sports. And
absolutely.
You've got to go out. You've got to work hard at it.
And let me tell you what, they run laps. When they come to the field here and they're working on, they start their practice off by running 2 laps, everybody, and they work hard at it. And I just want to give the band some props.
I agree. I think you should. A couple of scores real quick. Another blowout. Harrisburg leading Massac County 49-0.
Carterville wrap up the season with Massac.
That's right. And by that time, Massac may just be getting ready for basketball. At half at Murfreesboro, Heron leads Murfreesboro 21-20. In a close game in Jackson County.
Don't ask me why, but this week I was looking at the basketball schedule. And
we can look forward. Coaches don't like to look ahead.
No, they don't. Well, I was just kind of looking at the calendar, and somebody had asked when's the first basketball game, and I was like, well, I don't know. Let me take a look. And it's November 21st with the opponent to be determined. I think there may be a shootout, like an early preseason shootout, as it were. I guess if we were the pros, that's what it would be. But I meant to ask Brett Dial about that earlier, and I'll have to confirm that. But, weather-wise this week, we're going to see cooler temperatures roll in. We're starting to get into the fall. First day of fall, full day was today. It's starting to get real football weather, and by that I mean hoodie weather.
Right. and if we don't have good weather, we know who to blame on the Carterville staff.
Yeah.
Because he gets blamed for the weather all the time.
Assistant Coach Jim Razor, you're a friend of mine. Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have second half action as the Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats are making their way onto the field. Carterville has a 21-0 lead here heading into second half action. Thank you so much for tuning in. My partner Scott Hudson, I'm Dave McKenzie. You're listening to Lions football on NewsRadio WJPF. It seems like it's working really good. Much better than the other. Let's go 90 seconds here, if you would, Robert. 90. Hey, everybody online, if you're watching the YouTube feed, appreciate it. Loopers, have our dinner ready.
We good on your end, Robert?
Outstanding. Back in Carterville High School, Harrison Bruce Field here at the high school. It's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson, and welcome to Carterville Lions football, where both teams are going through the mandatory 3-minute stretch here before second half action this evening. And Carterville, Scott, has looked very, very good in the first half, and hopefully that carries over to second half as well.
Yeah, you cannot get complacent if you're Carterville. I'm sure Coach Dress was stressing that point in halftime. Look, you've got a 3-touchdown lead. However, there's still a half of football to play, and AJ gets the ball to start the second half. But big plays by both the offense and defense has really been key to this 3-touchdown lead for the Lions.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. The Bank of Carbondale now has an online mortgage center so you can check rates or apply for mortgages anytime. For more information on the Bank of Carbondale's online mortgage center, go to their website. That is tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and all loans are subject to credit approval. The officials are standing at the 50-yard line. Of course, Carterville is in their brand new home blue jerseys. Like these jerseys, as they are finishing up their stretching exercises. Anna-Jonesboro in their road whites with the blue lettering and the blue pants. And we are actually, they extended the halftime for about 2 minutes so the teams can finish this up. But what's the most important thing for the Lions here in the second half?
Well, I think the Lions defense would love to come out here and get a 3-and-out by AJ, get the ball back in good field position, and possibly go down and go up by 4 touchdowns. Again, you pretty much know what AJ's going to do. Even though they're down 3 touchdowns, they're not going to deviate from their game plan at least early in the third quarter. They're going to run the ball. They're going to try to do a better job of hanging on the ball than they did in the first half. But you're going to get AJ's best probably this first 6-7 minutes of this third quarter, and Carterville's got to be up to that.
How fortunate is the Carterville Lions that if you didn't hear in the first half, sophomore quarterback Harley Vaughn not available for tonight's game, so the senior quarterback for the Carterville Lions is Darian Miller. He's so athletic, but how fortunate is Carterville that they've got a kid so talented like Harley Vaughn that can't play tonight, and you've got somebody else to step in that is moving the ball up and down the field.
Yeah, and it's tough in high school football to have a quality backup at quarterback. I mean, you're fortunate enough in high school football if you've got a really good starter, but if your starter goes down, you're probably going to be behind the 8 ball. But not with Carterville.
There's still a third guy, Keaton Petska, the sophomore quarterback. He's talented as well. He's quick. He runs up and down the field during the sophomore games.
Yeah, and you hope you don't have to get to him at the depth chart at this point, but it could lead to some interesting decisions going into next week if Miller continues to play well in the second half. Obviously, Harley Vaughn, a very good athlete, played well at quarterback. He's got speed. He's got quickness. I mean, you've got a lot. I mean, basically, Coach Druss could be like a mad scientist, like a Mike Martz when he had the greatest show on turf. How do I get all these guys enough touches? Where can I put this guy in?
Well, I will tell you this. When I was at practice on Wednesday night, after practice wraps up, and I always like to spend 10, 15 minutes with Coach Druss. That's where I usually get my pregame interviews. As I was approaching him after practice was over, he said, "You notice the smile on my face?" I said, "I don't see that very often." And he said, "I'm a happy man. I like what I saw in practice." They had Darian Miller at quarterback. They were able to add to their playbook just with the athleticism that Darian Miller brings to the Lions. And it's going to we can see, and we've seen it tonight, it opens up that offense for the Lions.
And if AJ starts king on Miller, guess what? The other big play weapon, Lasdinas, could break one or two
or
longs.
Brock Tuttle.
Or Brock Tuttle.
Or Max Gray. Or Luke Ford on a
And here's the other thing, that with Miller being able to run the ball as well as he has, and Lasdinas in there, if you need to bring a Brock Tuttle or Max Gray in there, guess what? They're not worn out like they have been the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season.
All right, both teams are ready to go. Thank you for tuning in to Carterville Lions football on NewsRadio WJPF. Carterville is going to kick away. Colin Lazinski from the 40 gets his foot into it. Nice kick. It goes deep, and it's bobbled by AJ at the 10, but it's picked back up. He's out across the 20, brought down at about the 23-yard line, and that's where AJ is going to start the third quarter.
Feed off what you did well in the first half if you're Carterville. Do not get complacent. Know your assignments, and I think they'll be okay.
So it's 1st and 10, Anna-Jonesboro. The ball sets at the 23-yard line of AJ. They need a big drive right here to start if they're wanting to get back into this game, as it is Anna-Jonesboro give it to the first man through. That is Trenton Turner with the carry out across the 25 to about the 28-yard line, bringing up second down for Anna-Jonesboro.
The offense Anna runs. When you're down by 3 points, the clock is not your friend, because they chew up a lot of time with this offense, and they really can't afford to go on super long drives, even if they do end in points.
2nd and 6 for Anna-Jonesboro from the 27-yard line as Osmond takes the snap, and he's wrapped up, and little to no gain. As a matter of fact, he may have lost a couple of yards. Nice job defensively by the Lions.
Yeah, 4 or 5 Lions there to bring Osmond down, and I thought he'd handed the ball off. I didn't stay in my assignment, obviously, because I didn't know who had the ball. But the Lions did a good job bringing up third and about 5-6 yards for AJ.
3rd and 6, as a matter of fact, with from the 27, as we just started play here. Homecoming night at Carterville High School in the second half. Osmond puts a man in motion, gives it to his running back, and he falls forward to the 31-yard line, but that's going to bring up 4th down for Anna-Jonesboro and about 4 to go.
Well, let's see if they go for it here.
4th and 1.
Down by 3 scores. Look for AJ at first to try to draw Carterville off sides. And if that doesn't work, looks like they're going to go for it.
They picked up 5 on that run by Tucker. 4th and 1 from the 32. Big defensive stop needed by the Lions with 10:15 remaining in the third quarter. The man in motion. They give it to Osmond. He's going to keep it. He's out across the 40, the 45, and brought down inside the 50-yard line. Nice run by the quarterback, Bryce Osmond, for Anna-Jonesboro.
Yeah, I think Carterville's expecting the run up the middle. Osmond just pulled the ball out of the belly of the running back and got in the hole quickly and picked up big yards. First down for AJ.
Still the ball sets on the Anna-Jonesboro side of the 50. They mark it at the 45, but it's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats as Bryce Osmond is under center. Gives it to his jet back, and he's brought down in the backfield. That was Dylan Fox. And a nice job defensively by the Lions. That's a loss for Anna-Jonesboro.
Yeah, somebody came shooting through. I think that may have been Christian Albert, the right defensive end, who almost went unblocked into the backfield and dropped the running back for a loss.
2nd and 12 from the 43. 9:30 remaining in the third quarter. Anna-Jonesboro football. Bryce Osmond gives it to the man coming to the near side. He's out across the 45, out to about the 50 for about a gain of 5. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Lions.
Well, you know, if AJ went for it deep in their own territory on 4th down, they're in 4-down territory here at near midfield.
It was a gain of 6 for Anna-Jonesboro, so it's 3rd and 6 from the 49. 3rd and long. Can the Lions get the defensive stop? Osmond steps away from the line of scrimmage. Looks like he's calling an audible. He does. And it is the give to Turner. And he is brought down short of the first down. So it's going to be 4th and short for Anna-Jonesboro.
Boy, he hit that hole quick.
Hard.
Man, it's like he shot out of a cannon.
4th and 2 from the 47 of Carterville. They finally get it into positive yardage, the positive side of the field. So this is a big 4th down play defensively for your Carterville Lions. Osman under center, puts his man in motion, gives it to Turner. Osman, did he keep it? I think he may have kept it. I don't know if they're going to give him the mark. Looks like they're going to mark him short of the 45 of Carterville, and if that's the case, it should be Carterville football.
It's going to be close.
That's a big defensive stop by your Carterville Lions once again, as they're going to have it 1st and 10 with 8:06 left here in the third quarter with the ball at the 47-yard line.
I'm surprised they didn't measure. Coach Dietering I'm surprised he didn't ask for a measurement.
It wasn't even that close. I mean, that stick is on the other side.
It is. Yeah, I was blocked by one of the officials at exactly where that stick was at. But another big 4th down stop by Carterville's defense.
Once again, an 8-play drive. That's a big play. That's a big drive for Anna-Jonesboro. But Carterville is going to have the football now. Moving from our right to the left. Darian Miller is at quarterback. 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Gives it to, I believe that is Marcus Lasdinas off the left side across the hash. Falls forward near the 50. It's going to be just a half yard short. It's going to bring up 2nd and long for Carterville.
Good pursuit by the AJ linebackers. Lasdinas tried to turn it up at about at the near hash marks and really had nowhere to go, but he did get about 3-4 yards.
That was a gain of 3 yards by Marcus Lasdinas as the ball sets on the near hash. 2nd and 7 from the 49. Darian Miller, 2 receivers left, 1 spread wide right to the far side. Here comes a blitz by Anna-Jonesboro, but they run it off the right side, and Miller is drugged by his towel by the defender from Anna-Jonesboro, drug him back about 3 yards from where he went down.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Anna-Jonesboro blitzed their linebackers, and Miller tried to go off the right guard, and that's where the linebacker was coming, and Miller had nowhere to go.
No gain on that last play. 3rd and 7 from the 49. 6:59 remaining in the third quarter. Miller from the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back, looking to throw. There's pressure, steps inside, and he throws it away at the feet of Marcus Lasdinas, and that's going to bring up 4th down for Carterville. Nice pressure by Anna-Jonesboro that time.
Yeah, Miller had a little bit of time, but I guess he couldn't find his primary receiver. But by the time he was looking to his secondary receiver, the pressure was coming, and he tried to throw it he threw it at the feet of Lasdinas at about midfield, incomplete. So Lions will have to punt.
So the Lions are setting up to punt. Colin Lazinski, number 88, the 5'11 sophomore, does the kicking for the Lions. And Lazinski gets the kick away, that little running kick that they have. It ball bounces at the 20. It's taken by Anna-Jonesboro's Caleb Clover, and that's nice coverage as he doesn't get anything on that return.
We've got a flag down at midfield.
Maybe an illegal motion on the Lions as That's exactly what it was.
Well, what happened was the Carterville had a back going motion, and he turned up field before the ball was snapped.
Like
you can't do that.
It was the gunner for defensive on the punt.
Yeah, you have to stay going in motion one way or the other or come to a complete stop. You can't be going towards the line of scrimmage when you're in motion, and that's what they're going to catch him for.
So is that going to be enough to give Anna-Jonesboro a first down? Carterville had the ball. Never mind. What was I thinking there for a second?
It does take away a very good punt and a good
AJ's going to make him re-kick,
is
what I was wanting to say. I didn't, but that's what I wanted to say.
I know what you meant.
I know you did. So it is 4th and 15 now for the Lions. As Lazinski gets his foot into this one, hits at the 25, and it's going to roll dead inside the 25 at the 27-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 for Anna-Jonesboro from the 27. Let's take a break. We'll pause 30 seconds. You're listening to Lions football. We'll keep it here, Robert. Sorry. They're going to be quick to get set up. So it's 21-0. Carterville on top. 6:39 left here in the third quarter. And no scoring here early on in the second half.
Both teams, AJ had a nice drive going and then turned it over on downs. Carterville, a 3-and-out. And now Carterville's defense back out on the field.
So Anna-Jonesboro moving left to right. Bryce Osmond rolls to his left, throws the big left-hander, throws it out. And what a beautiful catch by, I think that's Caleb Clover, number 6. There's a penalty flag that was thrown. It's going to be pass interference on the Lions, but that was a one-handed catch by Caleb Clover diving for the ball.
That was a heck of a catch. And unless the defensive back for Carterville, who I think is Nick Terry, I think. No, I take that back. I think it was Caleb Vaughn. Unless he had a hand on his shoulder, I thought that was excellent coverage. Now, again, it's on the far side. Hard for us to see, but still a great catch. And, of course, AJ is going to decline the penalty and take the first down.
That's a 19-yard pass for Anna-Jonesboro, and just a great catch by Caleb Clover as he had to leave his feet, dove, and caught the ball with his left hand and slid to a stop. Of course, the defender was laying on top of him, but, man, what a beautiful play that was. So it's 1st and 10 from the 42 for Anna-Jonesboro as it's the give to the jetback. That is Clover once again as he cuts it upfield at the 45, gets down to about the 46-yard line. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for Anna-Jonesboro.
Looked like Carterville had that play stopped at or near the line of scrimmage, but Lions did a little bit of over-pursuing there and allowed the back to cut back around the hash marks and basically pick up yards when he should have been dropped for no gain.
So that brings up 2nd and 6 instead of 2nd and 5. 2nd and 6 from the 46. 5:45 remaining in the third quarter. Anna-Jonesboro moving left to right as Clover takes Osmond takes the snap, gives it to Turner. He gets out near the 50. 48-yard line is actually what they're going to mark him at. That's a gain of 2. 3rd down for Anna-Jonesboro.
If Brock Tuttle's not doing anything the rest of this weekend, he rode that running back like a bull. There's bull riding going on this weekend somewhere in Southern Illinois. Yeah. He might want to go get in line and participate.
3rd and 5, big defensive play for your Carterville Lions from the 48. As Osmond keeps it, and he's wrapped up. I don't know that he got enough for a first down as he turned his back. They're going to mark him just across the 50-yard line, and that's going to bring up another 4th down for Anna-Jonesboro.
Yeah, they seem to be in these 4th and short situations. And you know they're going to go for it.
Yep. It's like a 4th and 1 from the 49. They're saying 4th and 2 on the PA, but it's 1 yard. Big play defensively. Carterville's already got a big stop inside the 1 at the end of the first half. Anna-Jonesboro, they give it to Osmond off the right side, and Carterville bites on the fake and Osmond's out across the 30 to the 27-yard line. Carterville bit all over that inside fake.
That's a heck of a fake by Osmond.
Yes, it was.
You know, a quarterback can screw that play up if he does not put the ball in the belly of the back and just basically a token fake and then runs to the outside. But he had everybody fooled that it was going to be the running back up the middle of the ball, and he did a very nice job of deception.
When you're running that handoff and you put, like you said, put it in there, you want to hang on to it as long as you can, and he pulled it out at the last second. Then he hit it well on his hip as he come off the right side, and it took a second for the Carterville defenders to find it. As it's the give to Jace Turner off the left guard across the 25-yard line, bringing up 2nd down for Anna-Jonesboro. 2nd and 7. The ball sets at the 24-yard line. We're working our way under 4 minutes now in the third quarter. It's Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson here on NewsRadio WJPF. Thank you for tuning in this evening in what's turned out to be a beautiful night for high school football here in Southern Illinois. The best thing, no rain.
Yes.
So it's 2nd and 7. Osmond takes the snap, gives it to Jace Turner once again, and he's wrapped up. Short gain for Anna-Jonesboro, 3rd down with 3:15 remaining in the third.
Gaddis, Albert, and on the tackle. We've called their name several times tonight. 3rd and long for AJ as we dip under 3 minutes before the snap of this next play.
Third down, 6 yards to go from the 23. 2:55 remaining in the third quarter, and Anna-Jonesboro working their way deep into Carterville Lions territory. They fake the pitch. They give it to the man coming back the near side, and a nice job defensively by the Lions. That was looked like Max Gray in on that tackle. Nice job there defensively.
Nice job of staying, what they call staying home. Didn't bite on the fake, didn't over pursue to the other side of the field. Stayed where he needed to stay and turned that play upfield where he had help.
Guess what? It's fourth down for Anna-Jonesboro. Again, 4th and 4 from the 21. Osman, as he backs up and looks toward Coach Brett Dietering on the far sideline. Now he's ready to go. They're trying to get Carterville to jump on 4th and 4. They don't, and so Anna-Jonesboro calls timeout. We will take a timeout as well. We'll pause 30 seconds. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Whew, 30 seconds. Sorry about that. Coughing in your ear. Gotta save it for the end. I agree. Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson back at Carterville High School, where Anna-Jonesboro just took a timeout with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Was that the right call?
I don't agree with the call because you're down by 3 scores. You want to save those timeouts for in the fourth quarter when you may be going in for the game-tying score. Little surprised that Coach Dietering will call it. I know this is a big down. Don't get me wrong, but there's still a quarter left to play, and you're deep in Carterville territory. I don't think I would have burned a timeout there.
This Lions broadcast brought to you by Crystal's Catering and More. More than you expected, more memorable for your guest. Visit crystalsgoodfood.com for more information. Big play for Anna-Jonesboro. Big play for Carterville Lion defense. 4th and 4 from the 21. 2:04 remaining in the third quarter as Bryce Osman is under center. He's looking to throws it off the left, finds his receiver. That is Turner. And that's a touchdown for Anna-Jonesboro, a 21-yard touchdown pass from Osman to Bryce Jace Turner.
Yeah, Jace Turner just got behind the defensive back. Osman threw it over the arms of the defensive back. And guess what? AJ's back in this ball game.
21-6 pending the extra point by Anna-Jonesboro. They are already set, ready to go. There's the snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So it is 21-7 with 1:58 left here in the third quarter. Folks, this game is not over with. We'll be back. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Let's go 60 here, Robert. 60, please. Back at Carterville High School, where Anna-Jonesboro has just pulled within 14 points of your Carterville Lions, 21-7 on the 21-yard pass from quarterback Osman to Jace Hunter. On the kickoff, there was a pin or a whistle. I don't think the officials were set.
So that's a penalty on AJ offsides. Somebody ran past the 40 before the kicker kicked it off, so Carterville should get good field position out of this.
So for Anna-Jonesboro, they have climbed right back into this game, only down 14. Still plenty of time to go here in the game, 21-7. That was a beautiful pass, a nice call by Brett Dietering on the timeout, and AJ is able to capitalize as the kick is away for Anna-Jonesboro. It's off to Carterville, across the 35 out to about the 38-yard line, and finally brought down at the 41-yard line. Nice return for Carterville, and I think that was Nick Kralis with the return.
Yeah, up to the 42-yard line. So that 5-yard penalty against AJ on the kickoff really paid dividends for Carterville. Back to the touchdown. That's one of the few times this year, maybe the first time this year, that a receiver has gotten behind the Carterville defense.
Yes,
that hasn't happened.
So it's 1st and 10 for Carterville. They have it at their own 42-yard line. Here come Darian Miller, the senior, for your Lions. The 6'3", 191 pounds senior quarterback this evening. He's done a fine job for the Lions here this evening. 3 receivers to the right, but Miller's going to keep it across the 45 to the 50. Nobody there. He's wide open. He's at the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Carterville Lions. Man, he's so quick. That first step just beat you to the outside.
He's so smooth, it's almost not fair to the defenders. Great, but let's also give credit to the offensive line. They opened up a huge hole for Miller to where he can make a decision. Do I want to cut to the inside? Do I want to cut to the outside? He cut to the outside, and once he got to the AJ 40, it was over.
58-yard touchdown run by Darian Miller with 1:37 left here in the third quarter. On the video, my bad that I missed that. Not turning the camera, but believe me, it was a great run by Darian Miller.
Trust us, it was.
It was. Colin Lazinski in for the extra point. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So that's how you bounce back from a touchdown right there.
You want to take the momentum away from a team that just scored? How about scoring on your first play from scrimmage after the kickoff? That is a dagger.
It is 28-7, Carterville on top of Anna-Jonesboro. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Lions Football on News Radio WJPF.
Tonight, one acknowledged for 50-59, the orange ticket, number 979.
Yes, it was that quick. What did I say? 58-yard. Back at Carterville, Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson this evening. Darian Miller, a 58-yard touchdown run for the Lions. The extra point is good. 28-7 Lions here with 1:37 left in the third quarter. As Carterville kicks away. And it's taken by Anna-Jonesboro on the far side. And he doesn't even get to the 20, maybe to the 20. That was Uriah Hart with the carry. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 for Anna-Jonesboro.
Yeah, good coverage by Carterville's kickoff team. They've done a good job this year, I think, overall. Special teams always play a big role at some point in the season. But, you know, you look at Darian Miller, and he's not the only one on this Carterville team that can break a big one. But when you have guys that can go the distance on any given play, it just can demoralize a team like AJ who has to work and claw and scratch for every yard they get.
1:29 remaining in the third quarter. Anna-Jonesboro moving from left to right here, down 21 points, 28-7. Osmond keeps it off the right tackle out to about the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 5 for Anna-Jonesboro, second down. Updating a score at the half, 21-20. Heron leads at the half. Last score I have, Cahokia over Carbondale, 35-12. I think that's in the third quarter. Here, Anna-Jonesboro with the football. That is Osmond keeping it off the right side across the 25, trying to get to the 30, and he doesn't as he's wrapped up. Nice job defensively by Carterville to bring him up short.
Osman's been more of the go-to guy here in the second half for AJ. He's done a good job with his ball fakes and keeping the ball. Again, he's a guy that this is his first year playing quarterback at the varsity level, played strictly defense last year.
We're under 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Carterville in control at the moment, 28-7. Anna-Jonesboro, 3rd down and 3. Confusion in the backfield, but it's the give to Turner, and he's going to be brought down short, I think, of a first down. They might give it to him. It's pretty close. And we'll see as the officials take a look down the line. And they're saying it's first down for Anna-Jonesboro. 14 seconds remaining here. The ball sets at the 31-yard line of Anna-Jonesboro. Clock starts, and that's how we're going to end the third quarter. It is 28-7, Carterville on top of Anna-Jonesboro. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Let's go 60 seconds here, Robert. 60 seconds here, please. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Ike family of dealerships. Ike Honda, Ike Volkswagen of Marion, proud supporters of Carterville Lions sports. Heading to the fourth quarter, and it's Carterville up 28-7 here. Scott and Anna-Jonesboro with the ball.
Both teams with a score in the third quarter. Carterville answered AJ's quickly, and that's why the Lions still have a 21-point lead.
1st and 10 from the 31, Anna-Jonesboro. They work it out to left side. Brought down at about the 35-yard line. About a gain of 4. Going to bring up 2nd down for Anna-Jonesboro.
Yeah, good pursuit by the Lions defense on the near side. One of the few times AJ's tried a sweep in this game, and they did get a couple of yards out of it, but it could have gone for a lot more had it not been for the pursuit of the Lions defense.
2nd down and 7 for Anna-Jonesboro. 11:25 remaining from the 35. As they fake the pitch, but it's the give to the jetback. That is Caleb Clover. He's got enough for a first down across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. First down for Anna-Jonesboro.
AJ's offensive line, we're still blocking 10 to 12 yards down the field. That's when you know you've owned the offensive line, or you've owned the line on that play.
Yep, you just keep running them. 11-10 remaining in the ball game. Osman under center, and he's looking to throw. The left-hander throws it down the left side. His man is wide open. Oh, that was Uriah Hart, and it hit him right in the hands. Nobody between him and the goal, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Dylan Moore had gotten beat at about the 25-yard line, but the receiver just could not hang on to the ball. So the Lions dodge a bullet there.
Big bullets. Cannonball, as it were.
Cannonball.
That was a cannonball.
How about a grenade launcher?
So Dennis Dress not a happy camper on the near side after that play. But he turns around and walks down the far side of the sideline. 2nd down and 10 from the 47. 16 seconds, 15 left on the play clock. 10:59 on the game clock for Anna-Jonesboro. Osman under center, and he's going to keep it off the right side. And, man, who is that defensively for the Lions? That is Ryan Gaddis. That got his arms wrapped around his head and rode him to the ground.
Nice pick up by Osman, who Man, he's been the bell cow for AJ in this second half. He'll sleep good tonight.
That was a gain of 4, bringing up 3rd down and 6 from the 49 as the clock's working its way toward the 10-minute mark here at Carterville High School. Osman under center. Man in motion. It's the pitch out to Dylan Fox, and he option passes down the field, and it falls incomplete as the intended receiver was Uriah Hart. Nice idea, just didn't execute.
No, they didn't have the running back on the option did not have really enough time to throw the ball, and downfield, good coverage by the defensive backs of Carterville. That ball was not going to be completed anyway, and luckily, I think for AJ, that ball was well underthrown and towards the middle of the field because it could have very easily been picked off.
4th and 6 for Anna-Jonesboro from from the Carterville 49-yard line. Osman is under center. One receiver spread to the left. Osman drops back to throw, throws it down the left side, and a fall short of his receiver. Nice coverage by Caleb Vaughn for the Lions. And so Carterville is going to take over on the change of possession with 10:10 showing on the clock.
Well, good coverage by Vaughn. He did something that you don't see a lot of college players or even NFL players do, and that is turn around and look for the ball. A lot of players will just keep their back to the ball, and sometimes you can get called for face guarding, but Vaughn turned around at the last second, looked back for the ball. Good job by Mr. Vaughn.
Carterville has a chance to put this game away right here. 28-7. One more touchdown would look very nice for the Lions as there's 10 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 spread to the left, 2 running backs left and right of Darian Miller as he takes the snap, and he gives it to Marcus Lasdinas, who is wrapped up right near the line of scrimmage. He might have picked up 1 yard, and it's going to bring up 2nd down for the Lions.
Yeah, Lasdinas, he just hasn't had a lot of running room tonight, and it seems like the parting of the Red Seas when Darian Miller has the ball.
They're saying no gain on that carry, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 49. All the Lions players look toward head coach Dennis Drust on the near sideline. They're working the clock now as the play clock is about 10 seconds. Now they get to play, and they better hurry. Miller's got 5 seconds left on the clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They get the play away as Miller is going to keep it off the left side, and AJ's kind of figured this thing out. They're going to kind of key on him now.
Yeah, the defensive ends of AJ, they have to come straight across the line of scrimmage and force Miller to go back to the inside, and Lasdinas comes up limping. Let's hope that's nothing serious.
Which he's had problems with a knee all season long as it's 3rd down and 11 from the 48. He missed the first 2 games of the season because of a knee injury, and he's kind of been battling it all season long now since he did come back. But it is Darian Miller right straight up the gut as he's out across the 40 to the 37-yard line of Anna-Jonesboro. Big run, 1st down for the Lions.
Well, he is just so quick when he heads upfield, and he's got great vision. He knows he has the vision of somebody that's played the position for many, many years. He knows when to cut. He knows where to cut, and he was dangerous as a wide receiver. But you put the ball in his hands on every snap, he's even more dangerous.
And we need to give credit to the Carterville Lion offensive line this evening. They have blown open some big holes for Darian Miller to get through this evening. And they have it's probably the best game that they have played here in the season.
They have risen to the challenge. They knew how big this game was for them. This was basically like a playoff game. Everybody has played well tonight. It hasn't been a perfect game, but it's been a well-played game by the Lions on both sides of the ball.
The officials come near sideline, and they talk to head coach Dennis Drust. I think it's a clock issue, and we had this earlier in the first half, and the officials get together and saw Coach Smurf wave toward the press box here. Not exactly what that signal means. Smurf turns around, looks back here.
Yeah, they put 8:23 back on the
Back
clock.
on the clock. Think that's what he said. Anyway, Carterville is leading here in the fourth quarter. And I think everybody they didn't add any time on the clock. Even the play clock seems.
8:23. They changed it.
Oh, they just changed. Okay, I missed that. They just now put that back on there. 8:23. So that is what he said, Scott.
My eyesight's going before my hearing. I can still hear pretty good.
Well, mine's bad both ways. First and 10 for the Lions. They have the football at the 38-yard line. Thank you so much for tuning in to Carterville Lions Sports here on NewsRadio WJPF. We truly appreciate it. And we appreciate all of our sponsors. We've got 20 sponsors for football this season, and we are thankful for their participation with Lions Sports. Darren Miller letting that play clock, actually the play clock's not rolling, but he's taking his sweet time out there. First and 10 from the 38, 8:06 remaining in the fourth quarter. As it's the give to Brock Tuttle off the right tackle across the 30, inside the 30, keeps fighting, but they push him back, but they're going to give him his forward motion to the 27-yard line of Anna-Jonesboro.
Usually by this time in the game, Brock Tuttle's ready for the showers because he's been beat on all night long running the ball in the backfield. But with Lasdinas back, it gives a guy like Tuttle and Max Gray where they can concentrate more on defense and offense. But when he does get in there, he's got the fresh legs.
That was a gain of 9 for the man, the myth, the legend, Brock Tuttle, wearing number 44 for your Carterville Lions. The 5'11" junior. We get him back next year. He's a beast.
Tuttle.
Yeah.
You got Harley Vaughn.
Yep. Darian Miller takes the snap, gives it to Marcus Lasdinas. He's across the 20 to the 15-yard line where he's brought down right there. Nice run for the Lions, and that's a first down. 7 minutes remaining in the game.
And speaking of coming back next year, Marcus Lasdinas, only a junior. That's his best run of the night.
First and 10 from the 15-yard line. Clock. They set the clock once again. It continues to roll. Carterville has the lead 28-7 on homecoming here in Carterville. It's been a big day. A lot of activities for these players. The parade, the pep rally, and then trying to get ready for a football game. But they've done a really nice job this evening as Miller bobbles the snap, but he takes it off the left side, fights his way forward for a couple, and there's a flag thrown in from the ref from the 30-yard line. And the ref bounced that flag in. It's going to be a holding call on the Lions.
Score update, a final. Harrisburg over Massac County, 61-6.
61-6. Wow, 6:45 here, 28-7. I think that's the first penalty on the Lions in the second half.
It is.
Fourth overall.
It is.
In the game. They've done a really nice job the last 2 weeks controlling the penalties. That was a big thorn for the Lions the first 3 weeks of the season.
It was, and a lot of those penalties were illegal procedure penalties. And again, that's a mental thing. That's not a physical thing. That's mental. You know, you have to have your mind in the game.
First and 10 for the Lions. First and 20 from the 25. First and 20 from the 25 for the Lions. As Miller's off the right side across the 20, the 10-5. Touchdown, Darian Miller. A 25-yard touchdown run for Darian Miller with 6:30 left here in the game.
And he got a great block from his running back, Marcus Lasdinas, who got out in front, and Miller cut to the outside as Lasdinas had the guy pinned towards the inside. And this game is all but over.
Welcome to the starting lineup at quarterback, Mr. Darian Miller.
He's a playmaker.
He is a playmaker, 34-7. Colin Lazinski out to attempt the extra point as there is a perfect smoke circle ring floating across the field from the cannon here at Carterville. The kick is up, and it's good. So it's 35-7. Carterville on top here. It was 6.5 left in the fourth quarter. We'll be back. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. 60 here, please. 60. Back in Carterville, it's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson on. The kickoff, the ball is on the far side. That smoke ring's still hanging around.
It is.
Out there, it's kind of cool looking.
It is.
There's a big cannon they fire off here at Carterville after every Lions score, and it's just hanging over the field. It's pretty awesome. Wish I got a picture of it. Anna-Jonesboro has the football at their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10 from their own 30 with 6:21 remaining here in the game, down 35-7. Osman under center, and he is going to keep it off the left side to the 35, to the 40. Is he going to get knocked out of bounds at the 50? No, at the 42-yard line of Carterville. Nice run by Bryce Osman for Anna-Jonesboro.
Now, Max Gray finally knocked him out of bounds at about the Carterville 42-yard line, but Osman has been very good on that option in this second half.
It's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Heron leads Murfreesboro 28-26 after 3.
Wow, that's a good ball game. Kind of thought that might be a pretty decent ball game. Anna-Jonesboro in Carterville territory now. The ball is on the ground, but Osman gets it back and falls forward to about the 40-yard line. So he picked up a couple of yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8 from the 40.
Fortunate bounce for AJ.
It is 5:55. The clock continues to roll here at Harrison Bruce Sports Complex on the campus of Carterville High School. Thank you so much for tuning in on News Radio WJPF, or if you're watching online on YouTube. Thank you to Amy for taking care of the video. I missed that touchdown earlier, and she does a much better job. As Carterville wraps up, Mr. Jace Turner, and he's brought to the ground rather roughly. 5:28. The clock continues to roll. 3rd down, and it's going to be about 7.
Yep. Probably going to air it out here.
I would say so. 3rd and 7. But they have everybody in tight. But he is going to throw pressure. He gets it away, and it should have been picked off by Carterville's Nick Kralis, but it hits the ground incomplete. And I tell you what, Osman did not have much time at all on that play.
He looked up and he saw Mr. Christian Albert right in his grill, and he threw it before he wanted to, and fortunately for AJ, that ball was not picked off.
4th and 7. Ball at the 39-yard line of Carterville. Can Carterville get the stop? Anna-Jonesboro backs up into the huddle. Checking out is Garrett Fabick. In for Anna-Jonesboro is Dylan Fox as he brings the play in to the quarterback, Bryce Osman. 4th and 7. 5:07 left in the game, and Anna-Jonesboro is going to take a timeout. We will as well. We'll pause 30 seconds. Carterville up 35-7. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Welcome back to Carterville High School. It's Dave McKenzie along with my partner Scott Hudson. Amy on the video camera this evening. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Artworks in Carterville, specializing in custom graphics and apparel. Visit them today for your Carterville spirit wear on West Plaza Drive, now offering in-house embroidery, proudly supporting our hometown Lions. Don't forget, coming up after the game, we're going to choose our Joe's Lawn Care player of the game. I've got a man in mind. I think you might as well.
It might be easy tonight.
We'll find out coming up in our post-game show as Anna-Jonesboro looks to throw the ball across the middle. It's caught by Caleb Clover, and that is enough for a first down with 5 minutes left in the ball game.
Yeah, good throw by Osman as he rolled to his right, stopped, and found a receiver open at about the Carterville 29 on the far sideline, and their drive continues.
1st and 10 from the 29 for Anna-Jonesboro, moving from right to left. The clock under 5 minutes now. 2 receivers have left for the Wildcats, but it's the give to Jace Turner. He turns and spins and fights his way forward for a gain of a couple, maybe 3 yards, bringing up 2nd down.
Anna-Jonesboro, one of those interesting teams that come playoff time, they could go 2A or 3A. If they were to drop in 2A, they could be dangerous in 2A.
Yes, they could. 2nd and 8 from the 27. And Osman off the right side. He's pursued from behind, and he's brought down roughly to the turf inside the 25-yard line. There was good pursuit by the Lions on that play.
Yeah, the Lions weren't gracious hosts there. I think it was Gaddis coming from his linebacker position to ride him down at about the 25-yard line.
At the 24 is where they mark it. So it's a gain of 3, 3rd down and 6 for Anna-Jonesboro. 4 minutes showing on the clock. No receiver, or they got one receiver to the far side, but it is Osman that keeps it. He's wrapped up. No gain at all. He never even made any progress at all.
Lions were waiting for that. I mean, Osman on 3rd and long and 4th and short in this second half. Osman has pretty much run the option himself, and Carterville was expecting it. That's exactly what they got. Now another 4th down for the Wildcats.
They mark the ball at the 25 once again. So again, it's 4th down and 6 from the 25. 3.5 left in the game. As Osman looks to throw, good pressure, throws it across the middle, and it hits his receiver in the midsection and falls to the turf. Incomplete. Carterville is going to take over with 3:19 left in the game. And that, again, that's another 9-play drive by Anna-Jonesboro.
That comes up empty. And that's at least twice in the second half where a AJ receiver open has dropped the ball. And that's not on Osman. I mean, he put the ball right there where it needed to be thrown, and the receiver just dropped it.
3 times this evening, Anna-Jonesboro has turned the ball over in the second half on possession.
And credit Carterville's defense. When they've had to stiffen, when they've needed the big stop, they've gotten it. Now they can pretty much pick up 2-3 first downs, and this game's history.
The play clock is turned off on both sides of the field, so Darian Miller will pay attention to the umpire. In the defensive backfield, he will signal when there's 5 seconds left. And I promise you they will snap the ball with about 1 to 2 seconds left for the rest of the game.
Yep, no play clock, so you just got to watch the official and make sure you get it off.
1st and 10 for the Lions from their own 25-yard line.
And timeout.
Got another timeout. Why don't we take one more timeout as well? 30 seconds, please. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. Undressed. Okay.
Next week on September 30th, the Lions will be traveling to Nashville. They'll be back home again here in Lionsville on August 14th versus Statesville.
Back at Carterville High School where we have timeout on the field, but Carterville Lions are in the process of putting this football game away. 35-7, 3:19 left. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the city of Carterville. Mayor Brad Robinson and the entire city of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters of Carterville Lions sports.
I thought this could be a big win tonight for Carterville.
You called it.
I called it earlier today. I just thought the the recipe was there. I thought everything was set up for Carterville to have a big win.
You know, we said that these teams may not be what their record indicates. You know, there was some people that were saying that Anna-Jonesboro may not be, I mean, a great record at 4-0, but they may not be as good as what 4-0 says coming in further into conference play. And I don't know anybody that really thought Carterville was a 1-3 team.
No, I think the one win that stands out for AJ is obviously winning at Murfreesboro in week 2. I'm sure if those two teams played now, that probably would be a reversal. But sometimes it's when you catch the team you're playing. You know,
it's all about timing.
It is, and early in the year, you're going to see teams get beat that normally wouldn't get beat in week 6, 7, or 8.
2:42 remaining in the game. Carterville working the clock down as it's the give to the running back. I believe that is Lasdinas with the carry. Actually, it was Brock Tuttle. No, Caden Turner with the carry for the Lions. 2:20 showing. Carterville has the football. It is 3rd and 3 from the 32. As Miller is taking time, looks toward the umpire, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, takes the snap with 3 seconds left, right, straight up the middle. That is a good, hard run by the Carterville Lions. Caden Turner with the carry.
And he's only a sophomore.
And he just kept those legs a churning. First down for the Carterville Lions.
And Darian Miller's night's done. Bringing a new quarterback in.
That's going to be Keaton Petska with the comes in at quarterback, number 18 for the Carterville Lions. 1:45 on the clock. Petska from the shotgun takes the snap, gives it to Turner, or excuse me. Yeah, Caden Turner on the carry off the left side. He's brought down about the line of scrimmage. No gain for the Lions.
Final, Marion 62, Mount Vernon 13. 9:24 left at Murfreesboro. Heron leads 35-32.
Wow, what a ball game that is.
No defense played in that game tonight.
35-7 is what our scoreboard shows. I think Carterville, 2nd and 10. The clock making its way toward 60 seconds remaining here in the game. As Carterville is in the V formation, Petska takes a knee. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 from the 42. 45 seconds left. What a good ball game, Scott Hudson. Carterville really, really, really needed this win.
I've said it many, many times. You find out a lot about your team, a lot about your individuals when they have to face adversity. This was adversity. You cannot afford, in my opinion, to lose your 4th game tonight, having then to win out and then hope that you had enough playoff points. This was a playoff game. Carterville comes out with a big win and with flying colors.
16 seconds remaining here in this game. An impressive victory by your hometown Carterville Lions on homecoming night. And that is going to be a final as they win it 35-7 and push their record to 2-3 on the season. This is the Carterville Lions team that everybody expected to see, and we are going to talk about it, wrap it up. Coach Dennis Drust will come up for our post game. We got to choose our Joe's Lawn Care player of the game. Thank you for listening to News Radio WJPF and Lions football. Let's go 90 here, please. 90. Oh. Oh, yeah, yeah. Back at Carterville High School, it's Dave McKenzie along with my partner, Scott Hudson, this evening. Scott, an impressive victory by the Carterville Lions.
Very impressive, a much-needed win by Carterville, and they just really played well in all facets of the game. Yes, there were some penalties, especially late in that second quarter, which almost allowed AJ to score and cut the lead to 7 at half, but just when Carterville needed a big play, whether it be defensively or offensively, they got it. Darian Miller came in playing quarterback tonight. Harley Vaughn not playing tonight. And Darian Miller really just was the show. I mean, once he got the ball, once he got a little bit of space, he just outran everybody. And he was a difference maker tonight for Carterville. I thought the offensive line, this may have been their best game of the year to give Darian Miller, Lasdinas, and others the room they needed to make plays. Just a complete game by the Lions. I'm sure Coach Drust, remember that smile you said he had the other day? I bet it's still there.
I'm sure it is, as he has his Lions on the field, giving him some final post-game congrats this evening. I'm sure he is going to be very, very happy. He was excited about this game coming into tonight. He liked what he saw in practice. Darian Miller for the Lions was fantastic tonight. He did a great job running the offense for the Lions, took advantage of some huge holes that the offensive line opened up for him, was able to break the line, cut it to the outside, just big touchdown runs. He's probably got 200 yards rushing tonight. He had one touchdown run of 95 yards, and are you saying he might be the player of the game?
That's probably with a special mention, honorable mention to the offensive line. I really thought they did a great job tonight. But as I said in the pregame, one of the things AJ didn't have coming into this game, they didn't have any tape on Darian Miller. Didn't know how he could play quarterback. Didn't know what he could do at quarterback. And I guarantee you that at halftime they tried to figure a way to stop him, but they still couldn't. Because you know what's the old saying? Speed kills.
Yep.
When Darian Miller got to the outside, it was over.
He put his athleticism on display here tonight. And, again, I agree with you. The offensive line, we ought to give them co-players because there's about 5 of them out there that worked hard to open up the lanes for the running backs. Not just Darian Miller, but didn't get a lot from Marcus Lasdinas or Brock Tuttle. You got some key runs from them, but they weren't required like they have been early in the season. And Darian Miller, he's our Joe's Lawn Care player of the game.
On the 95-yard touchdown run, right before half, Darian got a great block by his wide receiver on the near sideline to spring him.
Yep.
On his last touchdown, he got a big block by Marcus Lasdinas, his running back, to open the lane so he get to the end zone. So, yes, he's got the speed to break a game open, but he had a little help near the line of scrimmage on both of those touchdown runs.
Darian Miller, your Joe's Lawn Care player of the game. Joe's Lawn Care in Carterville, specialize in commercial and residential lawn care, landscaping maintenance, spring and fall cleanup, snow removal, also property maintenance, bush hogging, bush, hedge trimming, tree trimming, removal, equipment repair. It's Joe's Lawn Care in Carterville. You can call 618-534-8148. Joe's Lawn Care. Darian Miller, our Joe's Lawn Care player of the game. I think Coach Dennis Drust is he's getting a picture taken out with the fam on homecoming night here at the football field in Carterville, where Carterville wins 38-7. Just an all-around great game by the Lions. Let's talk about the defense this evening. They played well, bend but don't break, and they got a huge stop at the 6-inch line there late in the first half.
And before that, they created 2 turnovers deep in Anna-Jonesboro territory that then the offense took advantage of and got quick scores. So the defense created turnovers, the offense took the ball on short field and scored off those, but then probably the backbreaker for Anna-Jonesboro had to be the stand. AJ had first and goal from the 7, did not get in on 4 tries, and then 2 plays later, or 1 play later, I guess, or no, it'd be 3 plays. It was on
Yep.
third down.
Third down.
3 plays later, Darian Miller that was almost like the dagger going into halftime.
Absolutely, and it was just a good ball game. Very, very happy with to see how Carterville came into this game. Now let's remember, it was a springboard game for the Lions last year when they went to Anna-Jonesboro, a hard-fought win. Carterville was 1-3 going into that game. Get the win at Anna-Jonesboro, and it kind of set the tone for the rest of the season. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I like what's happening right now.
Well, now Coach Russ has more options. Harley Vaughn will be back next week. How does this offense look going in next week? There's a lot of different things Dennis Druss can do with this team. But the other thing about this game, Coach Druss and his staff did not have to ask the defense to win this game for him. They got the lead, which they haven't had in a long time. They got a lead. They kept the lead. And the defense just went out and pinned their ears back and played well all game. Did not have to get the win for him.
Let's take a break. Coach Dennis Druss is on his way to the booth. We're going to have our coaches show brought to you by Manterra coming up in just a minute. Once again, Darian Miller, our Joe's Lawn Care player of the game. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. There was boog in your hair. Oh, no. Oh, he's a big hairy boog. He's gone now.
Yeah, he went out.
He went out the window. We good, Robert? If you need to run any extra here, that way we can just do our coach's show and get out. Outstanding. That was fun. We're in a commercial.
I need it.
That's a long walk, isn't it? Just tangle-wise. We'll be all right. No, you're fine.
Stand up, that better?
No, you're good. You're the star.
You're the star.
I like to have mine to see how many steps I had tonight. Everybody's the same, man. I'm just telling you. I told you that earlier. Nobody's any better than anybody else.
Back at Carterville High School, it's Dave McKenzie with my partner Scott Hudson, and Coach Dennis Druss joins us here this evening. You seem like a happy camper tonight.
Well, it feels a lot better to be 2-3 than 1-4, and we had a good Anna team coming in. They were 4-0, and they know how to win. And our kid, we weren't sure our kids knew how to win, but they really responded tonight and did what we asked them to do. We talked about getting off to a good start. We talked about eliminating mistakes. We talked about playing sound defense. And all those things came together tonight, and it was a great team effort, both sides of the ball, to get a very big win for us.
Darian Miller sparked the offense tonight.
We've always known Darian could do those things, and it's just been a matter of him buying in and doing what we do. And, I talked to him before the game, right after the anthem, and said, we had at one time thought he might be our quarterback his sophomore year. And, Blake Hicks had a great 2 years for us doing that and beat him out. And I told him it's your time to shine. Now, here you've got the ball and it's yours, and we need to see what you can do. And he really came out good tonight and had a great night for us.
Coach, I think the keys in this game, go back to the first quarter, your defense created 2 turnovers, gave your offense a short field to work with. They punched those in for touchdowns, so you got out to the quick lead. You're not playing from behind. And then the goal line stand right before half really kind of set AJ back a little bit. Then Miller, 3 plays later, just almost broke their back, I think, at that point, scoring from 95 yards out. And then when Anna does score, you turn right around on the first play from scrimmage, you get that touchdown back. You answered every time when they had an answer?
That all comes from confidence. We got confidence early. The offense was pretty good early. The first drive, we were in a little hole, but after that, we were very good offensively the first half, and that builds confidence. And when the more confident kids are, the more they're going to respond and play. And the defense got the turnovers for us. Unlike the weeks in the past where we put the defense in bad position, they put us in great position tonight, and we took advantage and capitalized and scored. And those little things were the difference in the game. And we can talk about Darian. We can talk about the block we had downfield. We can talk about the line play. We can talk about the defense and that. But it all goes down to it was a total team effort tonight, and we made plays when we needed to, and kids came up big when their backs were against the wall.
One of the things that we talked about in the pregame tonight was, with it being homecoming, the possibility of distraction. Your team seemed focused tonight, and that's what you wanted.
Exactly. We just preached it all week, and we got to stay focused. And it's not a very disciplined group, but hopefully we grew up tonight, and they understand what it means to be focused and have discipline and do the right things on and off the field in the school, and during the game. And that was the difference tonight. We just did the right things, and we told them that it's not an easy road. We got to go to Nashville next week and play. We can't have a letdown. We've got the ship righted. And we need to keep it on course and take care of ourselves and get 4 more wins. We were in this situation last year and reeled off 5, and we told them on the field, 6 gets you in, 5 might not.
Yeah.
And, it's the same situation. We'll see how high we bounce and how we respond next Friday.
I thought that, you talked about Darian Miller. It leads to some interesting decisions you'll have to make this week, assuming that, Harley Vaughn's back next week. But I kind of compared it to being Mike Martz when he had the greatest show on turf. He had all these great athletes at his disposal, and then you have to try to find a way to get them, either in the game or touches. So if you get Harley back, boy, you've got a lot of different options there you can go with.
They each bring something different to the table for us. Darian we knew would be a great runner, and he's not had many reps at quarterback all year. We stick him in on Monday a little bit and get him a couple reps, usually on Wednesday when we're in our team segment, just to keep him fresh. But he understands what we're doing with the options so well, and Harley does. He throws the ball well, and so if we could combine them and rush for 250 and throw for 250 a game would be pretty good shape right now. But we'll use what we have to use, and I think Darian's earned the right to get a start next week, and maybe him back there being a senior gave the other kids a little more confidence as well. But Harley's still part of our plan, and we'll use him where we need and how we need, and the same with Darian. So. It's just it feels a lot better to be 2-3 is all I can say.
Starting next Friday night, the Carterville Lions get to run what the players affectionately called the gauntlet at Nashville, at Sparta the next 2 weeks. It's a rough 2 weeks just from the travel and the timing wise.
Exactly what we told them on the field. We've got to handle the bus trip. We got to handle this big win and not come back flat next Friday night. Might be Nashville's homecoming. Probably is. It's homecoming time when teams are at home, so they're going to be up and play with the emotion that we played with tonight. But we if we just take care of ourselves, good things are going to happen to this team.
You mentioned it earlier. This is a total team win, and I couldn't agree with you more. But I would like to single out the offensive line. Coming into this season, you said that this was a work in progress, that this was probably the biggest question mark. Tonight, I thought, was their best game of the year.
And we got multiple kids in there. We're rotating guards. We're, rotating kids at tackle and getting a lot of good younger kids experience. And, you got to give Hake credit. He's been a 2-year starter for us, and he kind of anchors. And he and Coach Helfrich at halftime were saying, here they are. And we got Kennard in there now. It's a senior, too. And those two were with Coach Helfrich and just getting assignments taken care of at halftime. And letting us know where people were so we could make easy adjustments. And, when you got 2 kids that, that are smart and the experience that Hake has in that offensive line, it's going to help those other kids grow and get better week by week.
Carterville Lions a big winner tonight on homecoming night here in Carterville, 35-7. Just an all-around impressive performance by your Carterville Lions.
We needed it. It was a good win all around, and hopefully this will, keep our kids going in the right direction, and we'll get better week by week and be a good playoff team come week 10.
Coach Dennis Drust joining us on our Coaches Show, brought to you by Banterra Bank. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Coach Dennis Drust here on the post-game show. Man, it was an impressive performance by the Lions this evening, and hopefully they can continue to build on that, Scott, as next week we get to make the big, long road trip up and 127 to Nashville to take on the Nashville Hornets in Carterville. You know, I'm extremely optimistic now about this Lions team.
Well, I think Darian Miller adds a dimension this team didn't have. Take nothing away from what Harley Vaughn brings to this team. As Coach Dress said, he can throw the football. He's got speed and quickness. He's going to be in the game at some point helping this team out. But Darian Miller, again, I go back to the fact that AJ had no tape on Darian Miller coming into this game playing quarterback. That had to be huge for Coach Dress and his staff because they couldn't game plan against Darian Miller, and they couldn't even make the adjustments at halftime to slow him down. So this is going to give Nashville something else to think about. Of course, Darian didn't have to throw the ball a lot tonight. But, yeah, I agree. When you get a big win like this could propel you to bigger and better things, and you want to be playing your best football of the year, Week 7, Week 8, Week 9, going into the playoffs. It's not going to be easy. Nashville scored 20 points on this AJ team at AJ last week and had the lead on AJ down there before AJ came back and won. So Nashville's not going to be a pushover. As Coach Druss said, probably going to be their homecoming. So it's not going to be easy, but you have to feel confident. You have to feel just good about what we saw tonight.
Just an all-around good performance, and exactly what the psyche needed for these Carterville Lions. They had been getting beat up, and the turnovers and the penalties early in the season. But tonight, just an all-around good performance by the Lions. And next week, they get to take their show on the road to Nashville to take on the Nashville Hornets. Great game on homecoming night here at Carterville. Pre-game show next Friday night will start at 6:45. Kickoff slated for 7 o'clock. For my partner, Scott Hudson, for producer, engineer back at the station, Robert Teese, I'm Dave McKenzie, where your Carterville Lions beat the 4-0 Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats tonight, 35-7. Carterville now 2-3 on the season. Have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you next Friday night from Nashville.